sports. Intimate You is the book. And there's a theme. I thought I was going to go to the lodge after this, but geez, I saw how the people are dressed. Clearly very underdressed for the lodge of Mapaseka group. Intimate You. You can make it, make sure you do get the book, and we wish you all the best and we hope it goes well. I even had Brati coming in. Brati was with me. All the people are coming to see Mapaseka and Mr. T for free. At least the least they can do is to get the book. Anyway, we're going to talk sport tonight on the show. I hope you are well. I know that Kaizer Chiefs fans not happy after being knocked out of the Nedbank Cup last night by Stellenbosch. Dramatic game. It ended 2-1 to Stellenbosch, who are through then to the last 16 of the Nedbank Cup. Chiefs out at the first hurdle in the defense of their title that they won last season, of the cup that they won last season. What went wrong, Makosi fans? I know some are not happy with the lineup, the chopping and the changing. You can let us know on 0605842250, or do you just give credit sometimes to a team that was better than you? Were they better than Chiefs Stellenbosch? I'm not sure. I thought Chiefs had very good chances actually in this game. And on any other day, they could have won this game easily, but they could just not convert their chances. But well done to Coach Kevin Hunt as well as the Stellenbosch side. They're through to the last 16. There was a lot of drama also towards the end. I don't want to say drama, controversy towards the end, because if you were watching the game, you would have heard the commentators saying that Sage Stevens had been booked twice. He had received 2 yellow cards and that he should have been sent off, but he was not sent off and he continued playing Sage Stevens. I was also watching that game, and the reason why everybody's so confused or is not sure what was happening is because the cameras moved to the crowd. They moved to the crowd at the end of the game when Sage Stevens seemed to be time wasting because they were leading 2-1, and the cameras moved to the crowd to show us the fans. And all of us who were watching on TV did not see if there was a yellow card given or not. So we were relying on the commentators that were at the stadiums. And they said that then that was the second yellow card for Sage Stevens. They had seen that yellow card being given. They'd seen the first one being given, because I'm sure even maybe when the first one was being given, maybe they switched to the crowd again, because there's this obsession of showing us the crowd every 4 minutes when we are watching football. Even when there's action on the field of play, guys, we go to the crowd. We go to the crowd. I'm not sure where that comes from. And I missed a very big important moment last night towards the end of this match between Stellenbosch and Kaizer Chiefs. And a lot of people want clarity. So we've been able to put a few calls to find out exactly what happened last night at the Cape Town Stadium. And what we can confirm, and we have been told, is that Sage Stevens only received 1 yellow card. Only one. The only yellow card that was recorded by the match officials was the one that happened towards the end of the game, 90+3, which was for time wasting. That's the one we didn't see because we were seeing the crowd. We were seeing the crowd. So the only one that has been recorded by the match officials is the one in the 93rd minute. There is no other yellow card that they recorded that Sage Stevens received in the match. I know that there are various websites. I think Flashscore is one of them. There's another one that people were also going to rely on, which showed a yellow card in the 56th minute. According to the officials, those who were there, there was no yellow card in the 56th minute. The only yellow card was in the 30 minutes. So Sage Stevens only received 1 yellow card, and we can confirm that. Talking about the Nedbank Cup, the rest of the games continue this weekend, and there's one game that caught my attention. The fact that is the game between Orlando Pirates and TTM. TTM are the home side for this last 32 encounter. TTM, we play in ABC, right? ABC. TTM have decided to take their game, home game, against Orlando Pirates that is supposed to be played in Venda, to Durban. They've taken it to Durban, so their home match against Orlando Pirates will be played in Durban this weekend. Orlando Pirates already in Durban after playing in midweek against Amazulu, so they don't have to travel, they'll just stay there and wait for this encounter against TTM then. So we want to try and understand why TTM has taken their game to Durban. We've reached out to them, no one has come back to speak to us officially, but we've got somebody on the ground that will speak to us about that. And then later on also we'll talk a bit of rugby. On the show, the Springboks, if you've missed it, have decided to take one of their matches against the All Blacks to America, to the USA, to Baltimore. The All Blacks are coming here for what has been dubbed as the greatest rivalries. The two big rivals, obviously, the All Blacks are the Springboks' biggest rivals, and it's been a while since we got the All Blacks of a proper tour of South Africa, and they're coming for 7 matches at one of those matches. 7 matches, it's 4 test matches, and then they'll be playing other sides during their tour, maybe an SAA side, we'll find out more. But the last of these 4 test matches will be played in the US. And my question is then why would the Springboks take their game to the US when people have waited for so long to see the All Blacks of a proper tour of the country? It has to be money, it can only be money, I think. Maybe they'll tell us that they want to grow the game, but also is it the right time to take the Springboks to the US? Such an iconic brand now that's being recognized all over. But is it right to take it to the US? There's so much happening in the US right now, and the political tensions that are happening between South Africa and the US. Can you understand why the Springboks would want to take, why SA Rugby rather would want to take the Springboks to the US? If you have any views on this, you can also send us a voice message on 060-584-3350. I don't think the US is the place to be right now, especially like I said, with what's happening. But we'll get more clarity on why this is the case. But firstly, though, let's speak to Ofani Munyai, who is in Limpopo, who covers the sport in Limpopo, that side, and just to try and understand why TTM has decided to take their game to further. Ofani, good evening from us on Radio 2000. Thanks for speaking to us. I hope you're well.
Evening, Tavito. Evening to the listeners of Radio 2000. Always.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are you? Anisebahle. Listen, I love a theme, and you definitely adhered to the theme. Absolutely love it. To the people that haven't entered the auditorium, can I ask that you come? The program is about to begin. Can all our guests make their way to the auditorium? The program is about to begin. Welcome, welcome. Genani, ni lady. Gentlemen, my name is Undombi, and I am Mapaseka Mokwele's colleague. I do a show called Better Together, Monday to Friday, from 9 up until 12 o'clock. Now, Basi and I have something in common. On our shows, we talk about relationships, right? So every single day, my inbox is full of emails from women especially, talking about, hey, uTom wenze sona sona so. Hey, uSipho wenze sona sona so. So when Basi said that she is launching this book, I thought to myself, good shot. I need this book because sometimes, hey, the problems are so deep and they're so hectic, I'm speechless. I think you've heard that on the show where I'm just like, hi, let's go for a short ad break because I don't know what to say. And I think it's very important that we nurture and we create an environment where healthy relationships can thrive, whether it's in the form of a radio show, whether it's in the form of a book. It actually reminds me of a memoir written by Maya Angelou that says, gather together in my name. And that name that we are gathered together in or by is Mapaseka Mokwele. And I'd like to call her onto the stage right now. The book is called Intimate You, Your Relationship Pocketbook, and I think the timing is absolutely perfect. Please give a round of applause to author, radio broadcaster, multi-talented, Mapaseka Mokwele. You look amazing. Into ingawe, we are here. Yes. Okay. Your mic is on.
My mic is on. Hello, everybody. How are you? Lovely. There's people coming in still. But
There are people coming in. Okay. Basi, I can spot
Mama.
the sauce.
Yes.
I can definitely spot the sauce. Glamorous. As they say, the apple does not fall too far from the tree.
I should be so lucky. Whoa. If only.
Basi,
Looking amazing right there.
Yes.
Mama, please stand up and say hello
Please stand
to
up,
everyone. Just say
Masikbone.
hi to everyone, Mama.
Sukuma bakbone.
Yeah.
Awuzwage. As they say, the apple does not fall too far from the tree. Your family is also here, Basi.
Yes,
And you are very big on family.
Huge.
Very, very big on family. So much so that you created I remember when you did a special broadcast where you zoned in on families. And I love that about you. Basi, but we are here because of a book that you've written.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Some would say, it's about time, girl. What took so long? What took you so long?
I've been hearing that all week long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What took so long? Why now as opposed to a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago?
I think I had to be ready. I don't know what that means, but I think somehow the body had to be ready, the mind had to be ready, and this was the time.
Yeah.
I had been thinking about it for so long, but it just wasn't landing. Something was not landing. And after a while, I thought, I'm going to just hold back, and when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
And when I started looking at it again, it just happened so quickly. So I think the timing had to be now. It's probably because of my Jubilee year this year.
Yes.
But hello. But it should be, yeah. So all of that.
Let's talk a bit about the title, Intimate You,
Yeah.
Your Relationship Pocketbook.
Yeah.
So we know that you speak about relationships often on your show. And I think more than anything, you are someone that we can trust when it comes to relationships, Mujolo, because we see such a beautiful example, you and your handsome husband, Thabo Mokwele, who's also here. Can you talk to us about the title of the book and why a pocketbook?
So, two things. Intimacy we always think of as bedroom, right? And I wanted to just put it out there. It's not bedroom. It's not necessarily bedroom only. You actually need to know yourself intimately to be able to relate with other people.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing for me. At some point, I thought of calling the book Intimate Me, as in when you read it, you go Intimate Me. But I realized a lot of people would think that would be my story in the book.
Yeah.
So, and I thought Intimate You, because it's talking about you and your intimacy. The first part of the book, I talk a lot about how you need to understand yourself well. So be intimate with yourself so that you can relate to others. And this does not relate to relationships as in Mujolo only. All relationships. If you don't know where you stand or what you stand for, friendships are going to be problematic. Relationships, even in family, that will be problematic. There's a lot of toxicity that goes around. And if you can't name it, and if you don't know what you don't like and what you want, it's going to be very difficult to relate. So that's the one. Pocketbook, I deliberately wanted a smaller book. You see the size. I thought to myself, I want the type of book that you would sit and think, I want to now I'm going to Cape Town, I'm on a flight, and I just want to grab a book. You don't want to grab a huge book. So something as small as this, you can keep it in your bag, you can keep it literally pocket. So that it's small enough for you to keep anywhere, but has as much information as you need.
Basi, you refer to the book as a mirror.
Yeah.
And I've watched all the interviews that you've
Yeah.
done on Radio 2000,
Yeah.
even on Lisedi FM.
Yeah.
You say the book is a mirror.
Yeah.
Once a person is done reading the book, what do you hope will change when they look at themselves in the mirror after reading the book?
So the beauty of the book is that, at least what I find beautiful, is that pause and apply. If you look through the book, with every
Yeah.
chapter, there's 25 chapters. And there's a section that I call pause and apply. And in that section, I've written a few questions for you to just look back and be able to engage with yourself about where you've been through. So at the end of the book, my hope is that even in 3 months' time, you'll be able to go back to your answers and check how far you've come and be able to gauge your growth. Because sometimes we simply just grow without realizing how far we've come. And it's important to note, this used to be me, this is where I am. Again, change is very important, and growth is of utmost importance.
You self-published this book.
I did.
And I know how difficult it is.
Woo, difficult that.
Very, very difficult journey because you don't have a big publishing company behind you holding your hand. You literally have to market the book by yourself. You have to do everything. Single thing.
Yeah.
I liked some of the things that you've done, which were quite, I think, also a learning for me as well. The book is 200 Rand.
Yes.
The book is sold on your website.
Yes.
And there's a reason for the price point as well as
Yeah.
it being found only and exclusively on your
the website.
website.
So the price point, number one, was a big thing for me. It shouldn't be that information that is necessary and information that helps us grow, then it's stopped by price. Yeah. It should not be that when you look at this information that you think, I want so badly, but economically, and a lot of us teka at different times in different spaces, right? And when that does happen, this still has to be reasonable for everybody. That was my thinking. And that's because I always say to myself that information is there to be given, is there to be shared. If you put it in a book and you charge it 400 Rand, and I did a bit of research, going to a lot of bookstores, checking the types of books and how much they were selling them for. The books were going for, we're looking at about 380, 420, around there. And I thought, for me, that just feels like it's expensive. I want somebody to think, oh my goodness, a friend of mine is going through 1, 2, and 3. I can just gift her with the book so that she can also learn. That was a big thing for me. So that's why the price point. The self-publishing, I must say, and I must give props to Bongani Luvalo. He's sitting over there. He
Bongani,
published his own book as well.
Stand up, Bongani, so we can see you. Oh, yes. He's like,
Bongani
what's going on?
self-published his own book. And I sat with him and I said to him, Bongani, I don't like what they do, these publishers, and they push it up. I think they're amazing in what they do, but I just think there could be so much more that we can put in. And he was the one who was guiding me through, this is how we do it, this is where we go, and this is how we, how we should navigate it. And my website then felt like the natural way to sell the book. It just felt like the natural way to sell the book. Interestingly, I had the domain for the past 10 years. I've had that domain sitting, mapasekamokwele.com, for the past 10 years, and I did absolutely nothing with the domain. And I think it was, like I say, it was just not the time. And when it landed, when the book landed, the idea of the website now kicking made a lot of sense. I didn't realize the amount of work it meant for me, because having to be the one, making sure that everybody gets their books, it's a lot. However, fulfilling, very fulfilling.
You are married to an author.
Yes,
right?
yes.
How much contribution did your husband have in guiding you in your book?
A lot. Oh, wow. So let me tell you, with every chapter, he would be bugged. I would send everything to him, read, go through it, and he would like, there. I'm like, is it hitting home? Is that why you're saying, But we'd have very deep conversations about what is actually in the book. You know, is it coming out right? You know, sometimes you write something and in your mind, you know what you're saying, right? And you put it down. You know exactly what you're saying in your mind. But when somebody else reads it, they're like, hold on, but what exactly is this? Then you realize that you could explain it even better. So he played a very huge role in walking the journey with me. In fact, even the title, we had a whole long debate about intimate me, intimate you. Is it intimate? Is it not intimate? How intimate is it going to be? And what else? Where else is the intimacy and how? And I remember saying to him, I know this is my first book, but for some reason I also know that it's not my last.
Oh, come on.
So, and I thought, because of that, intimate you, I want to stand out. So whether the next one is intimate you, your blended family pocketbook, intimate you, your family pocketbook, family relationship, whatever the relationship would be, but intimate you has got to stay. For a reason, again, the reason there is also that without me, there is no relationship with anybody else. So if you can get intimate you with you, then we can hand you over to anybody else.
And I'd like to hand over right now to Mr. Mokwele. And I am really looking forward to the conversation or the questions that he's going to ask you because he knows you intimately.
Don't say it so loud.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my house. Ow.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Oring.
Kishapwena?
Good dinner this morning.
Yeah.
From the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Before we start, I'd like to say thank you guys for making it, for being here.
Thank you.
And I think it will also be great to first acknowledge the people that are here, family.
Mm-hmm.
Family is here. Mom, obviously. Hello.
Hello, Mommy.
You see the standard, ne? This morning, ne? Thank you.
So I must tell you a story about when he first met my mom. He was like, oh, so so. Dude, that one, I don't know how she does it. She looks hot. Pressure.
So mom is here. The kids are here. Where are the boys?
I don't know where my babies are. I think they were working. The last
Oh,
I
they were
checked.
working. Oh,
yes,
okay.
they are working. They are letting people in. Yeah. We'll introduce them when they come.
Yeah, and our big sis is here as well. Hello.
Rakhadiaban.
Yeah. And also, I like to even single out my niece. Flew all the way from Shanghai for this. She's here. And of course, friends and community. Fat Cats is here.
I was about to say, my Fat Cats family. Please.
Solka Plata as well is here.
Yes.
Solka Plata family. Postbox gang. You guys Postbox.
Yeah,
Chesa,
Postbox is
Chesa.
here
There
as
you
well.
are. There you are. And of course, even the big church is here. Tabasio, Khozo. Baga. But kana batla iphitlha. Khozo nglenkwele. All right, now, without any further ado, you love chia seeds.
I do.
Why?
Because they cleanse you.
What is it in chia seeds?
Dude, you didn't warn me.
Eh?
You didn't warn me about the chia seeds.
No, it's fine.
Heaven.
But you are ready. You've always been. What is it about chia seeds? And how do you prepare them? And why do you have to prepare them before you take them? What is that thing?
You know, the soaking and making sure that they expand so that when they get inside your body, they are able to cleanse all that needs to go out and nourish the body as they should.
And they're packed with protein, aren't they?
Lots of protein.
And this is God-given protein.
Yes.
Ne? All right.
Yes.
The reason I go for chia seeds is because there's a golden thread in your book.
Mm-hmm.
And fun enough, it spells out the word chia.
Uh-huh.
Do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Choice.
Honesty.
Honesty.
Huh.
Intention. Awareness.
Awareness. Hello.
Akere la bona why?
I didn't think of that.
I know you didn't.
Hey.
That's why I'm here, partner. Now, what you do with every chapter, and I don't want us to give away the book, so just basically just to give you a glimpse, every chapter is that golden thread, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So in every topic you cover,
Yeah. Choice, honesty, intention, awareness.
let's break down choice. Why choice?
Can I start at the bottom? Can I break down awareness first?
Okay, that's
and then
fine.
take it up.
That's fine.
Awareness for me is important, and I want to start with it because it begins with you.
Okay.
When you talk to people about relationships and you say awareness is important, they think you are relating to them being aware of what's happening around them. No. Awareness begins with you. Are you aware of what your triggers are? Are you aware of what your wounds are? Are you aware of how you love? Are you aware of how you want to love? Are you also aware of how your partner needs to be loved? So that awareness for me is always a starting point. And I put it there because I wanted us to be aware that with every relationship that we have, that awareness plays such a huge role. So, you know, they say, whoever angers you owns you, right? If you are not aware of yourself, you will always be owned because you react. Now remember, with every reaction, we think, or at least it's commonly thought, that with every reaction, if somebody does something to you, Ntombi walks in here and says something to me and I react, and everybody says, yeah, but it's her. But I had a choice of how to react. And that will be guided by my awareness to self.
Does that then lead to choice?
Then that would link to choice.
Okay.
I'll still leave choice last, though.
Okay.
I'll still leave it last. I'll go to honesty.
Honesty, yeah.
Okay? So, honesty, the important part, is being real with yourself. How many of us look in the mirror and talk to ourselves? But what do you say when you talk to yourself in the mirror? Huh? Hello, baby. Are you ever serious with your discussions? Guys, I do a whole discussion. You'd think I'm in the room with somebody else. Ne? I do a, hey, baby. Hello, gorgeous. Even my phone, when I charge my phone, it'll thank you, gorgeous. So I talk to myself like that, and I always say, I need to also be able to call myself out. That means I need to be honest with myself. That honesty goes to, I reacted in this manner. Why do I react in that manner? Anybody else could have reacted differently, but why am I reacting in this way? So that's got to do with me and nobody else. So it's important to be honest enough to understand where you are, what you can give, what you can take, and what you don't want to take. The conversations that we have in relationships, we always hide what we don't want to take. We wait for a person to show us whatever they show us, and then you're like, maybe it's right. But we can't do...
I want to jump in there. Please don't lose your trail of thought.
Oh, sorry.
So, the minute you said, sometimes we don't know what to take and what not to take, it brought me to what you spoke about once on your radio show about boundaries.
Yes.
There's a beautiful, simpler way, and I think the pin dropped when you spoke about it. Explain that. What are boundaries? Give that example again.
Okay. So, boundaries are not a wall. The understanding out there is that boundaries are a wall that you keep people out. And no, boundaries are not a wall. You have your wall. Boundaries are the gate. The boundary is where people know when to come in, if they should come in, how they should come in. If you arrive at my house at midnight and the gates are closed, you know that you cannot enter that gate because I have set that boundary. That's a boundary that I'm setting. But if we just say boundaries are a wall, you must just build these walls, then you're never going to have anybody coming in. We do need people to come in at our terms, on our terms.
I like that. So basically, even when the house has no wall, but has a partition somewhere to say this is where you walk in as a gate, it doesn't mean because there's no gate you can just walk in because the boundary is clear.
There's a door.
There's a door, all right? Okay, now, intention.
Intention. How intentional are we in life? We exist a lot of the times. We simply wake up and take each day as it comes. We wake up and we're like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, this is where we are today. Oh, hello, you're still here with me today? Okay, great. But you actually need to be intentional about it. You need to be able to wake up every morning and say, this is what I'm choosing. I need to be intentional about, and I'll put it to, for example, running. Guys, make no mistake. Nambam last there at the back. However, consistency, and that is intention. That is because I have set my intention, and I have said, I want to run. I want it for these reasons, whatever the reasons are. I want to do this thing. It's the same thing in relationships. You have got to be intentional about a relationship. When I wake up every morning, I must still be intentional about how I love you. I must still be intentional about how I want to be in the world, how I want to land in the world. That intention is important.
That leads me to,
Choice.
I think, the very point I was waiting for, choice.
Yeah.
Because when you said, when you are in a relationship, choice.
Choice.
How important is that, and how often is choice?
Every day. Every single day you wake up, you make the choice to stay in the relationship that you're in. Every day you wake up, you make the choice to do the things that you do. And those are choices that are important. But we tend to relegate those choices to other people. We tend to let other people say, oh, okay, sure. And you go with those people. And it cannot work like that. This is why you find 10 years down the line, we are resentful. Because I did not choose 1, 2, and 3. You chose it for me. Right? If you think about, let's talk about the book as an example. This has been an idea for how many years? But I had to consciously make that choice to say, yes, now I think I'm ready. And then I had to be intentional about what I want in the book, but I also had to be aware of what I can bring and how much it guides what's in here and all that I know that I've heard from others through coaching sessions, through many other platforms. You see, so it all ties in together, but that choice is the first space. So when you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes, you need to realize that whatever you do from that point is a choice. Why not make it the right choice?
Okay. Just to paint a picture of what that night is going to be like, it's going to feel like a movie. Okay? Be ready. This part is just to whet your appetite, because come 7 o'clock, she's going to do her radio show live.
My gosh.
And you'll be participating. And in the room here, the very people that she normally has on the show are already here.
Yeah.
So you're going to meet them, speak to them, and get to engage. Now, chia, for me,
Yes.
simplifies, because I get crema out la pass.
Oh, so that's how the chia came out.
Yes. I
Okay.
need to remember. Oh, yeah, okay. But anyway, what you just spoke about sounds like a lot of work. For me, it's like, Musadi Yoba not listed textbook. Yeah, the relationship, meroko moganagan. Now, let's put it to practice. You say choice,
Yeah.
you say honesty,
Yep.
you said intention, you said awareness.
Yeah.
Forgiveness or tolerance? Apply chia.
Forgiveness is a choice. Same as tolerance, but you know your results will be different. If you choose to forgive, it's not about the next person. The assumption is always that if I choose to forgive you, go is it a favor. No. If I choose to forgive you, it's for me. This is my choice to forgive you, right? And the second one was?
Tolerance.
Tolerance. You know, actually, I understand why I forget tolerance. I choose to not tolerate anyone. It's a conscious decision daily. I choose If my space is contaminated by anything and anyone, I make the choice that this person is not going to be on this side of my boundary. They can stay on the other side. So tolerance is a choice that you can make, but you must know that you are going to live with the baggage that tolerance comes with.
So now, is that awareness or is that choice?
Both. It's awareness, being aware of what you can take and what you can handle. And it's choice, because you choose to practice this that serves you.
What about intention?
And you've got to be very intentional. I could choose to love you, but not be intentional in how I do it. So I could say, yeah, I choose him. Yeah, I choose him. I'm going to love him. That's fine. But I wake up every morning and I forget what you like, and I go and I'm like, I come back, You see, intention also says, and being intentional about somebody and your relationship with a person is noticing the little things. Have you eaten? Intention. Yeah? What's wrong? Are you okay? You don't look happy today. What happened? You are being aware of your space, my space, but also being intentional about making sure that I am comfortable and happy. So intention plays a good role.
Which then brings me to something that whether it's romantic, whether it is friendship, or whether it's family, or whether it's post-book running partners. Oh, by the way, my colleague just walked in. Hello, Gladys, stand up, they must see you. Gladys Mutela is here. Hey, baby girl, there she is, there she is. Anyway, it brings me to this. Fighting styles. In the book, you speak about love languages. But let's come to fighting styles.
Yeah.
And I want to use chia again as the anchor and the foundation of this. Right. Unpack that.
Let's unpack the fighting styles for starters. There's people that feel that a fight is not complete until their voice is heard and heard last. Yeah? You realize they've made the choice to be loud. They've made the choice to be difficult. They have every intention to hurt you because that's part of their fight, right? And they're aware of what it makes them feel like and what it makes you feel like. I get it? And honesty then comes in there as well. Are they honest enough with themselves to say, but actually, I'm not fighting the person. I'm fighting the issue, but I'm taking it out on the person.
I'm not even fighting the person. I'm fighting the person before this person.
That's right. And that's a lot of baggage that comes in. Now, and this is another thing about choice and intention. We all have backgrounds, all of us. In fact, the other day I got a guy calling on the show, and he was saying, yeah, no, you know this guy, this lady, hey, kanti before, if I knew that before, I would never have even dated her. And I said to him, you are judgmental much, you know? He has made...
And I was a Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Hey, he was English-fying, yeah?
He was kumshing.
Yeah.
He had made a conscious decision, right? That he is right. And it's his way or the highway. And he had decided that if he is going to say anything, you are wrong. Do you see where I am?
Yeah.
Now, the fighting styles and how I always talk about fighting styles. Can I describe it without giving the book away? The fighting styles. Okay.
Because nagnyago rekish.
Yeah. So imagine a boxing ring. Yeah? Imagine this was a boxing ring here. We are fighting, right? Ujile cheltabana, alo reka di vinyl. Too close to home?
I thought you were going to use running shoes, but it's fine.
Okay, let's say ujile cheltabana alo reka di running shoes le di vinyl. Okay. Now, if this is the boxing ring, where are we? I'm going to ask our audience, where are we? The understanding is if I'm in this corner, he must be in that corner, because we are fighting. Ne? And we are fighting like this. No. If we are fighting, I need you to stand up.
Oh.
So, So if we are fighting, whatever the issue is, if we are to face it like this, and the issue is between us, that issue, that one there, has already defeated us. It has separated us from each other. We are defeated by that issue. However, if we take the same issue and we put it over there, that's another corner, and I'm standing in the corner. Yeah. And I'm standing in this corner.
And about the insurance.
Cutting the camera. Okay, so if I'm standing here, and there's the issue. Say, for example, Rahadi said something to me.
That's my sister.
Chiga.
Yeah.
And Chiga Rahadi,
Yeah.
If that's Rahadi over there,
Yeah.
come closer to me. This is where we are, fighting that issue. And because I may not be able to say certain things to Rahadi, you are going to be in front of me, and I am going to be here. I am here as, I get lots about boxing ring, there's the fighter, and then there's the trainer. I am here saying, and then I stand back, right? And he goes and he talks, and he comes back, I'm like, hey, ibile. And he goes back, right? But the fight may change. The fight may change. It could be my mother who's standing there or something. Then the fight becomes this way. Because I also don't want him to ever be rude to my mother. Because that is already a problem. I know I can talk to Mama. Mama, way, 1, 2, and 3. And she can hear me. I am her daughter. And I can tell you now, Mama never lash. Dark or blue. If she was to choose somebody here, it's going to be me. Right? So if I'm the one standing in front and we are dealing with the situation, I man. Mokwele, focus.
Okay, so.
So if the issue is over there, do you realize we are already dealing with the issue? There are times when the issue wants both of us. And even then, we will stand next to each other. But we are still dealing with the issue there. At no point does the issue come between you.
Okay, all right. We have, if there's one thing we have 50-50 on, and fighting styles.
Linda.
Yeah, we are 50-50 on that. I get it?
Yeah.
In terms of investment emotionally.
Yes.
How does this then fighting ring apply when it comes to our kids?
Same thing. You put those kids in the middle. Guys, you will never get anything done. Those little ones, they know their way around your hearts. They know their way and they can weasel in. So if Tabo is standing over there and he's done something like achisitedi pizza so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is the jumfano.
Like achisitedi pizza so. If Tabo is standing over there, right, with all of, we have to be together in dealing with that situation. Also, remember, when we fight with people, we don't fight with people because we don't like them. In fact, if we didn't like them, there's no reason to fight with them.
Exactly.
What am I doing? I could just walk away and ignore you. I don't like you, you don't matter to my life. Why am I fighting with you? But if I'm going to fight with anyone, it's because I love them. Now, same thing as I said to my mother, I know, loves me to bits. I don't have to ask anyone. I know she will never unlash. I will never kill a back. However, they are strangers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when these strangers come,
that's right,
and want to come between us,
yeah,
we need to be very clear and say to them, not here. And there are times when you will do something or say something to them, and I don't agree. But at that time, I'm here with you. The minute they move out, I win. How could you? Ibile orang mo limo. Ibile ukaba lo apologize. Ibile. Are. And you can then turn around and go back and communicate.
Yeah. Those are fighting styles. I guess of it. I get about Zupulela fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By small, by small.
I want to come to romantic relationships because especially those who are in it for a long haul.
Right.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Who fluffy, who rosy, eh?
How beautiful.
How beautiful. They still open the door for you. Eh? I
They
get. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
right? And all of that. But then it hits a lull.
Yeah.
There's a place where it plateaus.
That plateaus.
And we can have a discussion till tomorrow about why it plateaus. But I want to come to this because I think that's very key and there's something that is not talked about. And that's what I like about how you handled the book. You went to the issues that sometimes are brushed over. You went a little bit deeper. Do we owe each other growth?
Yes.
Icho, unpack.
You see, growth is very important. In fact, if you're not growing or developing, there's a problem. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, matata amo enekin na matata.
Honesty.
You need to be honest with yourself. So why I say we owe each other growth is because, and your growth, mind you, has to be done by you and mine by me. But we are going to walk it together. And as we walk it together, I can lean on you and you can lean on me. But it's important that I grow. And it's important that you grow.
Yeah.
Because 10 years down the line, the resentment that's going to come with me growing alone and you supporting all my dreams and everything that I do. And when you've been sitting there hoping one day I'm going to turn around and say, okay, well, now what do you want to do?
Yeah.
No, I don't need to offer you to do something. You take it. You take it. As much as we are together, we are not two circles on top of one another. We are literally
interlinked. Yeah.
So this space in the middle there.
This
This space in the middle?
This space in the middle?
This space in the middle here, that's us.
This space in the middle is us.
But here on the outside,
Here on the outside,
we are still individuals.
we are still individuals.
We still remain individuals. I didn't die when I got married. My life didn't end just because I got married. And it shouldn't be expected that, oh, bathong, because John Sekelem said, hey, no, I didn't die. And we will have different things that we do at different times and all of that. Big example. I love running. Yeah, I can last, but I love running.
Yeah.
Right? My husband's not a big runner. He will run 10Ks and he's okay with that. But you see, because this is what I do, when I go for a race where I say to him, okay, this one I'm racing, he comes to support.
Yeah.
Because he knows how important it is to me. Now, I've never been a kush girl. I am there, front and center, because I'm supporting my husband. It's his development and it's his growth, and it is my role to make sure that he also succeeds.
Thank you. 2 last points before your show starts.
We still have news. Go on.
Okay. So, this one part I want to talk about is, do you also apply the same thing when it comes to maturity? What do I mean? We are at different stages of our maturity as a people, regardless. You may love each other, but I may be emotionally immature compared to your maturity. Do you have to rush me to reach to your level?
No.
You just said now that we have to do things. We are together, but it's a race on its own.
I'm not going to rush you. I'm going to support you.
How does that look like?
I'm going to be there with you. I will show you blind spots if we have to. Let's go to blind spots. Hello. So I will guide and show you. But bona is so, you know? And this is the beauty of actually relationshiping. I always say relationshiping. It's a verb, guys. Relationships are a doing word. It's like love. Love is a verb. It's a doing word. We don't act it, we live it. Now, if I'm living it and I'm there in it with you, it is my responsibility to show you your blind spots. However, you need to walk. You need to also make the effort. You need to be intentional about how you then see love and help yourself grow. You need to make a choice if you do want to grow or not. You need to be aware what is hindering you and why.
Also, let's talk about balancing that.
Yeah.
Because your strength in knowing could also be your weakness.
Yes.
My weakness in not knowing can also be strength in opening you up to new realities.
Yes.
How do you then, because sometimes when you know something, you are verbally strong about it. You're opinionated about it. But not realizing that that in itself is a blind spot. So how do you keep that window open?
Here's what I enjoy and what I love. You don't have to be saying everything, hey? There's things that I don't have. I don't have to every day. Hey, I'm not your mother, and I don't want to be your mother. Yeah? So I will be showing, gently nudging, but you will be growing. You will be doing, and you will be moving. The balancing act is knowing when to say and when not to say. And you need to be, when you are intentional about your love, it is part of that intention, where you know how to say things to your person. Also, in the middle of a fight, when you are both, this one says there, that one says, and this one says, nobody's winning. If you are out there hoping to win every argument that you're going to have with your partner, do you realize that you have a loser for a partner?
Clock it.
Hello.
Clock it.
Clock us, Mokwele. Hello. Hi. Clock it.
Oh, that one.
Thanks.
Mara ke Zambile, man.
No, Zami. Maria.
Whoa, that is a quotable quote. If you're always winning your arguments,
with your person,
why are you in love with the loser?
That's it. The very same way.
Clock it.
Let me tell you, the same thing happens in other relationships. If you must always be the bigger person, why are you hanging around with ants?
Ooh.
What are you doing?
Especially with friendships. Ne?
Why? If you always have to be the bigger person, why are you hanging around with ants?
And I think we've had this before, even for those who are in corporate, when we spoke about leadership. Leaders are great followers. You can't always lead. Yeah. There's somewhere you need just to sit back and be led. Yes. Right?
In fact, the beauty of being a leader is understanding that having those around you that will make you look even better.
The last point I want to talk to, and also you need a break to have a bit of water and get ready and get mic'd. This book, some people, just by virtue of looking at the cover, who wrote it, they say it's for women.
It's not.
And so far, more women are buying it.
Very true. But that's also because...
No, I'll qualify it. I'll qualify it. And the men who are buying it, I'm not saying all of them, some of them are buying it as a Valentine's gift. Maramong mo swanzer tlo collect the commission tsa lobola ka re tlo aha mo.
Yeah.
Ra rebuild, ra rebuild.
Collector guy commission. Hardly happy coffee.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people come to workspaces from very unhappy homes. And they come in and make all of us miserable because they're unhappy at home.
Yeah.
Misery loves company. Andizi. I always say andizi. But there's news now, Mokwele, relax. You've got 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I have one more point.
Oh, okay, go for it.
There's an interesting chapter you must read where she talks about independence versus interdependence. Ako yan peke, marawazwa ging ne? Yeah. Nal masters pen.
Chisa.
Ah, yeah.
So,
Good, I'll coach you, fella.
Man.
Okay,
all right. All right. How long
I'm a coach. We're talking about qualified and certified.
Hello.
Come on now. So now, yes. Independence versus interdependence.
Two very important variables. I'm an independent woman. What does that mean? Guys, I'm not standing there saying, Mbogoto, I don't do the Mbogoto thing. Guys, I'm not a stone. I'm not that hard. Actually, man. So, in my kandaness, I'm still independent. I'm able to have life without Mokwele. Mokwele is able to go out with his friends and I be with mine. I can decide to chill at home because I want to sit and read a book. And he wants to sit in another room playing music or doing whatever. We are independent. However, we are together. And there will always be a part of interdependence. And this is why the intentionality of your relationship will come in. Because we need to make a conscious effort to be interdependent. Yeah. Baby, this needs to happen. How are you feeling here? Where are you there? Yeah?
Yeah.
I say to people, when I get to work every day, I send a text. If he's not driving me to work, that is. I send a text that says, I made it. When Mokwele goes to gigs, so take it this way. Take it he has 7 gigs in one night. I know I will be getting those 7 messages to say, I've made it. I'm at the next one. I'm at number 3. I'm at number 4. Somebody asked me and said to me, hey, yeah, I know, it's too much. And I said, no. 1, it's safety. That's 1. But 2 is respect. I love you. You're my person. Know where I am. That's all. What am I hiding?
And how risky is my work?
Extremely.
So if I don't mention if I'm safe?
I don't know. So I stay awake, waiting. But he should be at gig number 4. He hasn't said anything. What could be? I can't. That cannot be. But that is where we are interdependent. There's things that I can never do without you.
Yeah.
Ever, ever, ever. And there's things that I'll never, ever do with you.
Now, I think as a summary, you chose 4 variables.
Yeah.
Chia.
Yes.
Choice, honesty, intention, and awareness.
Right.
I mean, you could have added more. You avoided others. Why are these 4 critical?
They serve as a spine, the spine of the book, because that is actually the spine of your life. If you know...
Spine.
Spine. Keeps you up. Keeps you up and upright. Has anybody ever had a slip disc or something like that with their back, and you realize the littlest thing that happens to you, and you're not aligned, you literally are falling off. And this is why these 4 pillars remain the spine of who you are. Yeah. In every single situation, you have a choice to do it or not do it, to be there or not be there. You have to be aware of who you are and who they are and what they bring in and what the situation means and what was before and what is to come. You have to be honest with self and with the other. Now, with the honesty part, there's my favorite book. I don't know if, but anyway, my favorite book is called The 4 Agreements. Yep. And I talk about it every day when I have an opportunity to. One of my favorite agreements there is be impeccable with your word. And that for me goes to that honesty. Sometimes it's not easy to say what you're feeling or what you want. But because I want to be impeccable with my word, I will not lie about it. Now, how I use it, I always say, I will tell you my truth. That way, I don't have to remember it. When you ask me, what was that? I can immediately tell you. I don't have to think about it. It's the truth. It's what I know to be true, right? And that's where the honesty comes in for me. Yeah? But it also means I need to be honest enough with you for you to know where you are and where we are.
All right.
And we need to wrap it up. I'm being honest with you, you see?
Yeah, earlier on, I was asking for the kids. Mokwele, where are your brothers? Where's your sister?
Oh, they're over there.
Stand
My
up,
babies.
kids. Come on, there they are. Stand up. Taboza, you are part of the kids. Stand up.
Oh, guys,
Palu guy. Eh?
Pali's selling the books.
Oh, Palu is working, selling the books.
The
Yeah.
accountant is making sure that
They are the boys, the
guys,
kings.
there's our
They are
three
the
boys.
kings, yeah. And the
Palisa
sister,
is selling the
Ukakwa.
books outside.
Yeah.
Ba cheese le yeah, ba theme.
Yeah,
Ba
yeah.
theme.
Guys, I am tempted to give you a 5-minute break.
No, 2-minute break.
2-minute break
but
because the show
also-
is about to start.
Yeah, also please not to move away. Just a quick chit chat.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start in literally 2 minutes.
All right. Thank you for being here, and please buy the book and spread the word. Thank you.
Okay, so where are we starting?
This is definitely yours, but I can remove it.
Okay, no, it's fine. Just, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I want to check that out. Where's my script? Yeah, please.
This one I can
Yes. Please send it to me.
sending it to you right now.
Yeah, into ne. Sky send like a WhatsApp kit like. Drop it. Everybody, please stand by.
Together, we keep the airwaves safe for all. Radio 2000. All music, your memories. Life, love, and all. Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. with Mapaseka on Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
Let's go. Hello. I am live. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Life, Love, and All. Can you believe we now have Life, Love, and All? We have a studio audience. I'd like to welcome everybody to Radio 2000 and say thank you for making time for us. Thank you for making time for the book, and thank you for making time for Life, Love, and All. So, thank you very much to the news team. News is coming back at 8 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, and at 10 o'clock. Pela must still do what I do again. Okay. So news is coming back at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. And big thank you as well to Tabiso Msia and the Game On team. They are back again tomorrow between 6 and 7. That being a Friday, we will not be here because this is Goratu weekend for us. We'll be talking Life, Live, and All and breaking it down with some of our people. Thank you. Okay, so I want to start by first acknowledging our viewers. Can you believe we're viewers today? Not just listeners, we're viewers too. This is where the camera is. We're live on our Radio 2000 YouTube channel. We're also live on the Radio 2000 Facebook page. And we are talking Intimate You. This is the book. I'm showing those at home now. I get a little now you're buying your own copies, ne? Yeah. So I'm showing those at home. We're talking Intimate You amongst other conversations that we will be having. Let me first start by, I haven't seen some of them. Where is Ukesh? Kesha Pagama was up here. I just want you to see her, no, just up. Kesha Manjoro. Gogi. Gokbujwa. Dr. Miller, are you here? There's Dr. Miller. Dr. Miller is with me on a Tuesday evening. The Gogi and Kesha are with me on a Thursday evening. I know Leroy is here. Leroy Tau. Is Dr. Kacheni here? Prof. Kacheni, I should say it. There's Prof. Kacheni. It's important that we get it right, guys. So I've got my phone here because I've got my running order so that I know where to go and how to go. All right, so, Ntombi, thank you very much. Okay, Ntombi, she was here. Oh, is she outside? Okay. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very, very much for being here this afternoon and being part of it. Ntombi's also written a book, guys. Radio 2000 Girls Doing It. Hello. She's written a very cute, beautiful book, I Am Lovely and Dark. It's a kiddies book. Absolutely lovely. All right, we're going to start by inviting Leroy to join me and Anele. Anele Ndlovu, are you here? Are you here? Oh, come. How next Sabon? Come through, please. Leroy wrote the book Confessions of a Broken Man, and he's got another one as well. And then Anele is an award-winning mental health advocate. Thank you so much for making time for us, guys. I absolutely love having you guys here with us. And today people get to see how you guys bully me. Because I'm like, guys, I'm the quiet one, as always. I'm the quiet, sweet one. And then, well, we're talking relationships with self and relationships and self-awareness. Right? People don't have relationships with self. Leroy?
Dumela. I think the issue is, and I'll speak from experience,
But of course.
as one that has been trying to run away from themselves for a long time and trying to find self in love in others, while you couldn't cultivate or develop it, because you couldn't really face you for who you really are. And I think that the foundational issue, we don't like seeing ourselves for who we really are. And that's why when we start dating, we sell an illusion or an idea of what we want to be instead of who we really are.
You know what I say about dating, right? I always say, when we are in the dating phase, get marketing pitch. We are literally out there marketing ourselves. Hi, I'm a lovely girlfriend. Hi, na ka tshola na yo o tlo ba o right jwang ibile ke a phega a tse o pheya mthate. Ibile I do 1 2 and 3. It's a marketing pitch. And then comes real life. And then you get shown off. Go on.
Because you can't, you learn, sooner or later you learn that the more you run, you are running with you.
With you. Hello.
And whether you are running further than far, or far, you'll still find you there. And you still need to reconcile you with you to get to the place of being one. And I think the idea of I love you stems from the fact that you are presenting you in the eye. And then which eye in you are you presenting when you say I love you? Is it the broken you? Is it the insufficient you? Is it the seeking shelter you? Is it seeking a body next to you? Or is it the complete you seeking to be complimented? Because at the height of everything, we present an idea that doesn't exist. So I think the next time somebody says to you, I love you, you must ask, which I in you is saying, I love you?
Yo.
Hi, Leroy.
Yo. Halika Leroy never let you. Anele?
Yo, that is such, I'm like, hi, Leroy, because I'm like, yo, that question. It's interesting that he's saying that what eye are you bringing in? And we've spoken about this in your show. From personal experience, I'm that girl who's going to be like, Zitande, love you to everyone. But I was not practicing that. I was not zitandering myself. And I saw that when I was faced with difficulties, and now I had to sit with myself, like you're saying, that you can run, you can do whatever, but you still have you. And for me, when I had to face me through psychiatric admission, through all those things, and now it's just me in this hospital, there's no friends, there's no one, that's when I had to face myself. And actually then learn, lo zithande, lo lokutshela abantu ukuthi they must do, are you doing?
It's actually, yeah.
You know, and when I saw that, and when I saw that I did not have self-love or self-respect or a lack of, it's actually through the patterns of my relationships. Because I saw, hey man,
if I really loved myself, why did I date a person like this, and then a person like this? Why did I stay in this,
Now,
and all that?
Where does that go? That takes us to what? Awareness
Yes.
of self, yeah? Very, very important, because you are the common denominator.
Exactly.
You remain the constant in all those relationships.
Absolutely. I loved it when you were talking about the awareness, because that's where I had to get to, is to actually sit with myself, be aware of who am I? And for me, it came from not having a job and this fancy company behind my name. It was like, okay, Anele Ubani without marketing manager of, head of marketing of. As a person, who are you? And then that's when that led to that self-awareness, which then led to liking myself, spending time with myself, learning what I like, what I don't like, and then which led to the self-love and the self-respect. Now I can be like someone, I can exchange numbers, and sometimes it won't go beyond WhatsApp, because I'm like, I can already see this is not what I need.
Yeah.
Can go first date, second date, after that it's like,
You know, we make a habit of seeing red flags, ne? And thinking, man, maybe it's a little jamboree. Maybe there's a party happening. Maybe it's not as hectic as, and hasi red, man. That red flag is a bit pinkish. You know, I could work with it. But you saw that it's a red flag, right? And that's the mistake that a lot of people make. So we are told that once you start understanding that you're selfish, right? Why is that? Leroy?
We are told that.
We are told that once you love yourself and you know, nah, I don't want that, I can't handle, you are then selfish. The lies that we hear.
No. I think this idea of being wonderfully wrapped presents that don't have a gift inside.
Yay!
Uh,
Yay!
that and I think because we are told that because they allow us to take away the accountability and the responsibility thereof. That I can be harsh and I can be TV.
This time.
Yeah, no. I can treat you like trash. And then I can do all of these things, and then really, like they're just things that we do that just don't make sense.
Also, for me, it goes a lot to how we are told that we are selfish when we are choosing ourselves. And it's always the people that, let's talk about boundaries. The people that actually need the boundaries are the ones that get angry that you have them.
absolutely.
And the ones that don't need the boundaries are actually happy about your boundaries. They know, okay, cut off time with this, that's all right. I can't go as far, that's all right. And that is how it is. But the difference is that we then, because we always want to people please, when people are never pleased anyway, we then sell ourselves short.
So that's what I realized in like my relationships, is that it's the people pleasing, it's the over giving, it's the readily available, it's always being agreeable, you know, it's kind of, and I realized there was someone that I dated for about 6 years, and we used to go to movies every week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We knew which movie was coming out, what. When we broke up, the only time I started going to the movies was when my kids were old enough to go to the movies, because they can't get into the cinema alone. As soon as they were in their teens, I was like, you guys, I'm going to be outside. And then that's when I realized I actually didn't like movies.
Sure.
But because I wanted to please this person, I then did the movies. I watched the rugby. I'm more of a soccer person, but I watched the rugby.
Yeah.
You know? And it was that. It was, why do I feel I need to give up? It was the boundaries. I had no boundaries. I did not know myself. So then I assimilated to what the other person wanted or what the other person was. Until now. Now I'm just like, I'll stick with my soccer. You like rugby? Okay. But I like soccer. I'm a Pirates fan. You're a Chiefs fan. We'll see how this works.
And also it doesn't mean that you cannot go to a rugby game once in a while.
Yeah. You know? But you can't then make that your whole life, because that's what I was doing. I was making what the other person liked and wanted my whole life. And then I realized the other person actually wasn't doing the same thing for me.
Yeah.
You know?
You see, people are takers. Hey?
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. I mean, if you give me sweets, what else do you expect me to do? I'm going to take them. It's up to you to create those boundaries. But if you don't create those boundaries, then you're saying to me, take it all. I'm available. Take it on. So you can't then go out and blame the next person for taking it on when you are the one who actually gave it all. Yeah?
You allowed the taking.
You allowed it.
Being outtaken turns you on.
You know, I must tell you, the other day I had a quick chat with my son, Lifika, over there. Had a quick chat with Lifika, and he came to me and he said, you know, Mommy, he was showing me one of his memes and whatever on the phone. And he says to me, Mommy, look at this meme. It says, if I say I'm not available, it doesn't mean that, and you see me somewhere else, it doesn't mean that I lied. It means I was not available for you. And I was like, he's 15. When he left the room, I was like, thank you. Yes, God. If he can see that and get that now, I should be allowed to be just chilling at home. I should be allowed to just sit. What's on today? Oh, busy today? Get Because hana busy, ne ke sa re ke available. Those are different things. Ha ke busy, mara ha ke available for wena. Yeah?
I'm available for myself.
That's it. And that becomes a very big thing. Also, when you celebrate yourself, that's also a big one, where you people find it difficult to celebrate themselves, but also, and sometimes I do too, but anyway, but there's also, when you do celebrate yourself, if you're in the wrong crowd, then they say you're boasting. Hey? Go on, Leroy. Leroy ki motho le di punchline he, I must tell you.
I think you know, when you hang around old people, you realize, this holding back doesn't help anyone. You must learn to tell it like it is. This is what it is. And if I achieved what I achieved, I gotta be allowed, whether you allow me room to celebrate, I'm gonna celebrate it. And then whether it triggers your insecurities or your non-achievement or your abilities to get things done.
Wait, a non-achievement?
Yeah, non-achievement.
Non-achievement.
Whether, yes, in context and out of context. That at the ultimate end of the day, I'm doing this for me. And if you're not going to love me at the level that I love me at, I'm not going to downgrade my love so that I can make you feel comfortable.
Hello. Hello.
But does that not also then, should that not help the other person's self-awareness? To actually ask themselves, why are they feeling some type of way if you are celebrating you?
Yeah, but that's if they are aware
I was about to get
of what
to
they're doing.
Yes.
Or what they're feeling. You see, that awareness, again, goes back to your triggers, I said earlier, triggers, wounds, everything that comes from the back. You carry it with you. And if you have not done the work on self, forget about any other work being done.
Absolutely.
It's not going to happen. So it's important to make sure that, and self-work can be done for you. Homework. We can't. I can't come to you and say, Ish, help me out, man. This self-work is troublesome here. Maybe you can do this part. No, no, no. Homework or self-work is actually yours. And it remains yours. Yeah?
Yeah. And because we don't seek relationships. I mean, I know this because when I first started dating, I used the words of love. And I'm good with words. And just because I said it well, it made me look like I know how to love. So before learning how to love, we learn how to say the words of love.
Yes.
And before learning how to love you, you're already giving yourself to the one that you're saying you are loving. And the reality of the matter is that we use anesthetic because you didn't deal with what you needed to deal. So now you are using person A, person B to numb the things that you were supposed to be dealing with. And that is why 3 months, 2 months into the relationship, we say things like, when I on tlhalohanye. Reality and you thought you would find a compass and a map in this love things. So I learned, the ability to say the words of love doesn't mean you have the capacity to love.
Sure. Yeah. I must just add that we've got roving mics in the audience. So if you would like to add to this conversation, please feel free to do so. Just lift your hand and Boucher will see you and give you the mic. Please, I get it, we're not taking calls and we're not taking voice notes. So you are my voice notes and my calls. Please, guys, you are my voice notes, you are my calls. So, so what do you think, Mbali? No, let's not do that. But if you push me, well, I will do exactly that. But, you know, the other thing about a relationship with self, it gets you to a point where you end a lot of relationships that don't serve you. Yeah?
Yep.
And sometimes it's relationships that everybody else thinks are important for you.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Hey, you are family. Ke cousin ya hao e, o ska ba mo etsa so. And cousin is trampling on every single body part you have. And making sure hore bile ha tloga o gata ga ithu ka heel. But you take it. Why? Ke ngwana ko gae, ke ngwana malome. Why are we taught that?
Blood is thicker than water.
I was about to say that family over everything. We get told things like that.
We should actually break down that blood is thicker than water. And I've done it a few times on the show, right? It doesn't say blood is thicker than water, actually. It says blood of the womb. No, water of the womb is thicker than blood of the covenant. Sure. Right? Let me break it down. Water of the womb. You had no choice but to be in this womb. Guys, somebody said to me, is this your mom? And I was like, yeah. But, Pasi, are you sure? And I said to them, I don't know. As far as I know, I was told, guys, what are you asking me? This is what I've been told. It's the same thing with water of the womb. We found ourselves in there. Somehow I became a stranger in her body, right? And when I was born, this is my mother. I'm hella grateful for her. But this is a relationship that is different, right? When I have a relationship with a sibling, for example, water of the womb, the expectation is you can't say certain, you can't do certain things because water of the womb. Covenant, blood of the covenant, you make a conscious decision, choice. You make a conscious decision that we are going to walk this journey together. Yeah. I have people in my life that I have made a conscious decision. And I think they have also made a conscious decision that we are together. Yeah. But that conscious decision is not just told to you, it is shown to you. It's not about me hearing it. It's about me seeing it. That's blood of the covenant. Do you get it? So, blood is thicker than water.
Family over everything.
Family over everything.
When you can see the family is not respecting your boundary over and over and over, and when you make that decision, you really become the bad person. But it's about your self-awareness, and it's about your self-love, it's about your self-respect.
So I get told all the time on the show, "Hore, when are you so quick to say, hey, kata riding?" Me, I'm that girl saying, choppity chop, chop, chop. If it's not working, choppity chop, chop, chop. Because we are not going to sit there. You see, the other thing is you can't be coming to me 5 times about the same thing, crying over and over. Oh, but when's the son? When's the son? I'm peta. Oh, really? No, then it's okay. If you're not going to make that decision, then you know you must live with the consequences. But if you do want a better outcome, then there are hard decisions to be made.
Choice again.
Choice. And those hard decisions sometimes come with people that you love so dearly. And you choose to say, I will still love you. This love that I have for you is not even a choice. I am here, I am loving you. However, the choice is that I don't have to love you here. I can love you over there. Still love, but you don't have to be here. Especially if it is detrimental to my mental health, detrimental to my space. Yeah?
I think the sooner you learn that the day you drop and die, the people you are literally crucifying yourself to meet their needs, they are going to continue living.
Hello.
But you're not well.
Ba no tswela pele.
Yeah.
Wena kana go no wow rola fatshe, making sure at least your body breaking down and everything else. Yeah?
Must be worth it.
Sure.
Like I always say, don't make demands if you are not in demand.
If you're not in demand. Hello?
And if we are going to work hard to build the capacity of demand, make sure that the thing is, the right person is also looking for the right person.
Wait.
So capacitate the rightness in you, be in demand, then make the demands.
Shisawe.
And you say this in your book.
Yes.
Be the right person to find the right person.
There we go.
You know?
You have to be the right
You
person.
have to also be the right person.
To find the right
but
person.
we always think of the other person has to be the right person. And then when you don't have to work on yourself.
Lady
you don't
prayer
have to-
request, Mudimu give me,
Yes.
not Lord make me.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys, for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so we move to the next segment. And yes, we are going to take a break at some point, but it's not going to be immediately. In a few minutes, we will. But can I please call to join me on stage? Prof. Kajeni, please join me. Busi, the therapist, please join me. So as they walk up on stage, I must tell you, Busi, I got to a race a few weeks ago. And look at this hot girl. I got to a race a few weeks ago, and Busi was there. And she said to me, Busi, what's your target? And I said to her, look, if I could get number last. So I was like, well, if I could do 10 Ks, an hour and 10 minutes. I said 110. I said 110. Yes, I said 110. And we did 110. I said to her 110. And she said to me, okay, let's go. Yay, did we go? Yo? There was a point where I was like, maybe between here and the next point, are we going to stop to breathe? But we did it, and she walked that route with me. Thank you, Busi. Prof. Kajeni, it's an absolute pleasure to be with you this evening. Prof. Kajeni has been with me since Kaya days. So we come a very long way. We're talking the second pillar. Emotional safety and trust. It's a tough one. Let's talk about emotional safety. How would you make sure, or how would you know that you are feeling safe with a certain person? Would it be how I react, or would it be how they treat me?
Few things are supposed to be understood.
Yeah.
And I start with 3 aspects. When I feel accepted, valued, embraced in my authentic self, then I feel safe.
Right.
Now, if at any given point, the space is not created for me to be able to feel that I can present myself anyhow in the relationship.
That I can appear just as me.
No masking.
Yes.
And it's safe without a mask.
Yes.
Meaning waking up in the next morning when I see you without a makeup.
Yes.
I must still say, hi.
Hello.
Hi. You still look like yesterday.
Did you see the meme? Did you see the meme? Yeah, this girl who walks into the house at shopping because utotsi mutunyana and a mutuwa diza. So we left shopping, but when she walked in, the guy was like, hi. She jumped. Whoa! And then she was like, Kimureki, hi, baby. That's, yeah, it's a thing that. So we've got to be able to present ourselves as we are, correct? But how far does that go? So somebody comes and they're rude to you and they say, but this is how I am. And then they say, you are not making me feel safe because you're not allowing me to talk to you. Now when I'm angry, I swear. Now when I'm angry, I shout. This is who I am. Why are you not accepting me that way?
You see, there's a challenge, and I think as I listened, seated there, relationships by themselves
Are a challenge.
are a challenge but they also present blind spots
Yes.
in more ways than one.
Are you here for blind spots? Yes, 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 yes.
But the critical part in relationship is that there's a lot of ambiguity.
Yes.
And the ambiguity is what is safe for you might be unsafe for me. And at any given point, when I express that makes me unsafe, I need to be receptive to what you're saying. The receptiveness in relationships creates safety. I'm receptive to the feedback. Because remember, in relationships, there's always going to be feedback.
Or there should be.
There should be. It's an
Feedback.
intricate element
Yeah.
of it. It should be there.
It should be there.
In the absence of feedback, how do we grow?
You can't.
You can't grow
You can't.
in the absence of feedback.
It's like a plant with no water.
Yes.
We'll see.
So when I was told I was going to be with Doc on stage,
Yes.
I
Prof.
literally
Say it right?
Prof,
Prof.
please fix it. I literally said to Ndosh, you know what? Let me Google him. Let me check. Let me see who he is. Find out what he does, when, how, with whom,
Yes.
so that I can be safe around him. So we create the safety that we want to be in. Not that I was going to deny or say I don't want to be next to him, but just the creation
Comfort.
and the comfort of saying, I understand him, therefore this is how I'm going to act around Prof. Because
Okay.
I know what kind of a person he is. I know you. We understand our style. We have a way of communicating, but I don't know how to communicate with Prof. So we have to create that. We have to create the safety for ourselves before the expectation of how they should be receiving our safety. If I don't create it, then it means it's going to come with the, I am rude, so accept it.
But if I must create the safety, it means I must know what I think is safety.
Hence the Googling, to say, what am I looking for? What am I trying to find in his profile that will make me
Feel
to
comfortable.
Be comfortable.
But here's the thing. You Googled him.
Yeah.
Google will give you that he is a psychologist.
Yes.
He is amazing at what he does. In fact, they won't even tell you, but they'll tell you that he's a clinical and neuropsychological
Yeah.
practitioner.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't know how safe that is.
It's not safe at all. But you're trying to understand at least what am I getting myself into. Have a picture of where you're going, with who, how, and why. So that when the rudeness comes, get for somehow.
I thought,
or
would it have made
showed
a
up
difference
somewhere.
if Google had said to you, Prof. Gajeni is actually an ex-convict. He was in jail for 1, 2, and 3, and in fact, he studied in jail. And when he came out, he started practicing. Hey, I'm pushing it, ne? Nkangola book. Oh, hello, I did. You've already written a book. I did. Hey. But what I'm saying to you is, you may Google something. So you may go out of your way to search for information on a person. But information that you find usually is information that I want you to find. It's like on the net or social media. People always say to me, and I'm like, no, let's Instagram. You see us dancing, hey, one, hey, two. Those are the people you know. I make a decision as to how much you will know. He has made a decision as to how much you will know. So your safety net comes from, okay, I know this little, but then we need to take it deeper, Papa.
Yes.
You go deeper, Papa.
I want to take you back to your own book.
Yeah.
The reason of that safety is to create your own awareness.
That's it.
Not the person that you're Googling's awareness, because they might put out there what they want you to know.
Let me leave it
Because
there for
it's-
now. Let's hold that thought
Yeah.
and take a quick break. We continue just after this. Are we still all right? So we are on a break, but I can voice notes or calls. I think we have our chairperson there, Fat Cat's chairperson. Komeni is here, and we'll hear him just shortly, but let's take the first one on that side. Let's go for it. Bushle, awareness. Switch on your mic. Intention, he must talk. Thank you, my baby.
There we go.
Yes, it was on mute. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Brayton, and my life purpose is to be a thought leader and a trusted expert. And I was brought here by my beautiful wife here, Kifile Mujapelo.
Let me keep you there just 2 seconds before we go on and welcome our listeners again.
Your memories. Life, love, and all. Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Radio 2000. Our music, your memories. Let's talk on Life. Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
You live?
17 minutes to go until 8 o'clock. And coming up at 8 o'clock, we've got the news. And just after the news, we carry on with our special broadcast. This is our special Valentine's broadcast that is happening right here at the SABC M1 studios, where we're launching my book, Intimate You, Your Relationship Pocketbook. Guys, I never thought I'd ever get to say that. Anyway, we were launching my book. And we also have discussions that are going on in the studio. And true to what the show does, we need to have a topic and pull it apart and see how we react inside that topic, yeah? Let's go back. We've got a voice note inside the studio. Let's go. Start with the introduction again, please. Is your mic off? Okay,
yes.
There we go.
No. Thank you. As I said, my name is Brayton Mujapelo, and my life purpose is to be a thought leader and a trusted expert. I was brought here by my beautiful wife,
I'm going to
Kifile.
ask you to just hold for 2
Yeah.
seconds. Beautiful wife. Hey,
Very
man.
beautiful.
Beautiful wife, Kifile. Let me tell you, this is Kifile Mujapelo, and we always have her on our show as well. She's a contributor usually on Tuesdays when we're talking relationships, and sometimes on the letter, and always contributes beautifully. Go on.
So yes, I have 2 maybe questions, and I've checked with her. So she,
Okay.
the CEO said it's okay.
The government, when the government is happy.
Yeah. So it simply builds on from the first discussion with Ntate Tau and Anele, and maybe with the safety conversation. So my first question would be, you mentioned that you have a 15-year-old who has made some realization. At what age or at what point in one's life does the self-work begins? That's my question number 1. And then question number 2, maybe as a follow-up kind of a thing, is if you travel around the world, Africans mostly are known for Ubuntu. Now, the principle of Ubuntu is about I am because you are, or I am because we are. Now, I understood the conversation around boundaries and stuff like that, but now where does that tie in with me becoming myself? Now I must be us, and we are becoming we, Ubuntu. Where does that come in, kind of a thing?
Okay.
Thank you.
Is this to me or should I let them answer?
Anybody?
Okay. I'll take the first one. So when you're saying at what point do we start with self-awareness? You see, as a parent, your biggest role is to guide your children, right? And part of that guidance, George. Yeah. Part of that is what you do as a parent, is to teach your children to be aware of who they are, even in the home ecosystem. What role they play, even in that space. And you can teach it from a very young age. There's no, they're still too young to understand. No. Also, if you are teaching them at an early age, it's even easier for them to do as they grow older. A lot of problems come when we are only told to now start acting this way from a certain age. So now you must start unagane. So why are you not unagane from the get-go? Why did I not teach you what this is how you do? I'll give you an example in marriage. And I know I use this example a lot of times and people are like, you. But let me explain it to you this way. A lot of African women growing up are told to ska dlala le bashimane. Ne? Ska dlala le bashimane. Ha ka o tshwara, o tlo ba pregnant. Ha ka etsa. This is what we are told as young women. The day you get married, they say your husband must have free will with you. How are you expected to just change your mindset like that? Just to switch. You honestly cannot wake up today thinking totally different to what you were yesterday. So the only way to get there is for us to start big until we get there. That's my 2 cents.
I was about to add on what you're saying. My dad would always say, do you know who you are? Uyazazi ba ungubani in Xhosa. Even on a WhatsApp message, uyazazi ba ungubani. What does that mean? It means that I have given you an understanding of who you are at a very young age. Just so you miss it, can I remind you as to, do you know who you are? So when we don't get that education at a young age, it's difficult now to come to someone and say, self-love, do you know who you are? Because they were never told or educated or trained or even experienced to understand who is this person that's sitting here. I am a Madiba. What does that mean, that I am a Madiba? Why should I be a Madiba? Why should I value being a Madiba?
Wena?
Of course I'm a Madiba.
Madiba kana ki mande.
Yeah. I'm the queen, then the royalty. But I'm just saying that we need to understand who we are, but then we can't just pick it up. But if you have never been told, that is why it's so important for people to go to therapy or to go to see somebody, just so that we can connect with that little self that was missed. The little girl that you see in the mirror, the little boy that you see in the mirror, and you don't know who they are. So now you have an opportunity of learning who I am, who I wanted to be, and what made me to be this person that I am today, because I created myself because of the situations around me. But if I was created at a young age, now I'm being taught on how to react as this person.
I hear you.
It does make sense.
I think
It's on.
I think for me, it's a few things. One, and especially ledging on the second question itself, Ubuntu, I am because you are. There is a context to that. And the biggest element within Ubuntu is coexistence.
Yes.
And coexistence on its own has got various segments. I can't coexist with you if you don't exist, I don't exist, and there are certain things that are shared that makes coexistence easy.
Yeah.
Or in the space of coexistence, we are amenable to certain things because we impact one another.
Yes.
Ubuntu does not necessarily tolerate certain things. There are certain things that are intricate in that space to say, there's a way that we have outlined how people will do things, when we shall do things. We are almost regulated by the norms that have been created by the group that we are a part of. So at the end of the day, Ubuntu does not say, you will do to me that which I can do to you.
Yes. So it says, Gamina Gawena. So if you can do this to me, I can also do it. True. It goes both ways. Do you get it? It goes both ways. So I love it when you go to the Ubuntu side of things. And I looked at my husband because I was like, should I say it or should I not? But just to talk about the fact that I do a lot of research on Afrocentric coaching, right? Because it's something that I have a deep love for. And for me, Afrocentric coaching, the most important part of it is that understanding, that there is a certain way that we do things. Now, if you look at coaching paradigms, right? Coaching relies on a lot of Western and European paradigms. But if we bring it the African way, then it changes the landscape as to how we coach. Because then we are coaching people that understand coexistence. In the Western space, coexistence is not a thing. Have you ever had a boss that is like, hey, so and easy, yeah? But in the Afrocentric space, we then also learn to understand how this affects you. It takes us back to who we are. Takes us back to who we are. Yeah? So imvela pietu, and what is then happening in that space. And that is of utmost importance. Chair wanted to say something. What about like you could work with kids? Oh, are we good? Okay, let's go, Chair.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Komeni Nobaktep. As my VC said, I'm the chairperson of Fat Kids. So I have a question or two. Actually, my first question was covered partially by the Ubuntu part of the gentleman's question. But I just wanted to say, in the modern life that we live today, I think we get lost sometimes in the modern way of life, and it goes with what you've said now. So I want to understand, as siblings, for instance, when you are born in a family, there is that part that Busi said, where your parents will tell you, this is how we do in the Nobaktep household. This is how we do things. Now, that comes with responsibilities. Mm-hmm. Now, how do you then blend the responsibility with the boundaries? Because, for instance, my mother died when I was very young. I was 11 years old, and my siblings are way older than me. So her instructions to my siblings were, take care of each other. Mm-hmm. As young as I was, I went through school and all of that. I've never lacked anything in my life because that is how it's done in our house.
Yes.
Now, I just wanted to ask, with the boundaries that we should set, understandably so, how do you then merge the two to say, I am responsible for this little person because that's how I was brought up to be. I cannot let him go astray, no matter how bad it gets. To a certain point, I still need to be responsible for him. So is there a way to be responsible for a person because that's how you were taught to be, and no matter how bad it can get? I guess that's...
Okay. Prof?
I think I want to start with it, on the issue of childhood trauma. Most of us are traumatized by upbringing.
Yeah.
And we traumatize our partners because of where we come from. The trauma that comes with that to say, am I compelled to take care of you?
Yeah.
I'm traumatized by the nature of how I was brought up to care for her when we're supposed to be codependent. Yeah. I'm not supposed to be taking care of her. She's also supposed to be taking care of me. So the issue of reciprocity comes into space. The reciprocal element around, we are raised this way, but we should be able to ask the question, is it right or wrong? Yeah. Because we bring certain things in our relationships because of how we have been socialized. I am socialized to take care of you, and I'm getting this woman that says, who says I need taking care of?
Yeah.
I've got this woman, there's Bogotos, that says...
Yo.
You've got the Bogotos that says, 50-50, put it here, I'll put it there. Remember, it comes from somewhere. The origin of that space leads to you either responding or not responding to my needs. Because I always ask this question, others are raised in patriarchal homes. Others are raised in matriarchal homes. Now you meet somebody who's traumatized by either. When I was raised in patriarchy and I vow that I'll never have a man talk to me like that. When I'm raised in matriarchy, I say, I'll never let a woman speak to me like that. Yeah. Because this woman abused my father. This man abused my mother. Now, how do we then partner in that space? Because now we are raised in a particular cultural context. We are raised in a particular belief system. How do I then use that to say, we are in this together? And then we start insulting each other. I'm not your mother.
Yeah.
I'm not your father. Because we then say the old cliche and adage that says, boys marry their mothers, girls marry their fathers. It's all because of a number of things. A number of things of learned responses. And modeling came as well. I love the way my mother treated my father. Every time she went on her knees. And she would do it happily. Now you come here and say, do it, and you tell me that your stockings are 300 a piece.
Just to add one more thing, I think one word enabling. Care for someone, but don't make them.
Don't
Don't
enable.
Yes. that's
Enable
what-
their,
Don't enable
their bad
them.
habits.
Yeah.
You see, the other thing, and Chair, what I'll talk to with what you were saying there, Prof, is reciprocating plays a very big role. Even if you are 10 years old, there is something that you will also do for an older sibling. Yeah? So they take care of you this way, but you will take care of them that way. And that is because you live together. And we help each other and walk this journey together. The mistake comes in where others feel, I'm entitled to get 1, 2, and 3. You don't have a choice. But, and that could be that you've enabled it. But when you get to a point where you say, okay, oh, we cut it here. Yeah, but remember, they are not going to notice what they've, especially if somebody chooses to not be self-aware. Also, there are lessons that you can't be teaching people. There's a lot of lessons that we need to learn for ourselves. And I can inform you and say, I am not going to be an enabler in your space. This behavior is not going to work with me. But it is not my responsibility to sit down and say, point number 1, Koskolong, this is how we do it. Do you understand? Yeah. No. You must also learn. True. Yeah?
But then you need to clarify 3 things.
Yeah.
That relationships will then bring confusion at times.
Yes.
They'll bring contradiction at times. Mm-hmm. They'll bring conflict at times.
Yes.
And how you navigate through these 3
All
C's
3.
will then enable the relationship to move from one growth point to another growth point, though that will be hard. Because in that emotional safety space, I need to know that you need to understand as well, I'm going to make mistakes. Mm-hmm. And how
and
through
you're
those
human.
mistakes.
And you're human.
Because I'm human.
Yes.
That's the part, again, we did not forget in these relationships. We are human to start with.
I said in my book, there's one of the blurbs here at the back. It says, relationships can be beautiful, confusing, fulfilling, and deeply challenging, sometimes all at once.
Very true.
Yeah?
Very true.
Sometimes all at the same time.
And that is why your chia seeds or chia seeds
chia,
works.
yes.
To say you make that choice.
Yeah.
You are being honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
You're
are
intentional.
Very intentional about
and
it.
aware.
And then you are aware. And then it's like, not this one.
I'm
I'm very thanks. And then that's when you make a decision of saying, I am not going to take it because it's very heavy for me.
Never not me. All right. I'm going to say thank you very much because it's almost news time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go straight to the news. And when we come back, we'll be talking to, we'll be joined by Ritumetse Mthembu and Brian Mhlanga. And just after that, we'll also have Boane and Coach Kathy join us. That'll be after the 8 o'clock news. News time now. So you can take a 2-minute breather. Please don't walk out. Just a 2-minute breather. Maybe it's got like a slightly wine, that type of thing. That's it. And we'll be back just after that. Let's settle down, please.
Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Radio 2000. Our music, your memories. If you...
This is the last one.
On radio2000.co.za.
All right, the time now is 7 minutes after 8 here on Radio 2000. This is Life, Love and All, and we're coming to you live from the M1 studios at the SABC because we're launching my book. Yeah! We're launching my book, Intimate You, Your Relationship Pocketbook, but we carried the conversation through our Life, Love and All because these are the topics that we talk about all the time, yeah? And these are the pillars that we lean on and rely on always. I'm joined now by my Happy Wednesday people. It's a Thursday today, so you can say Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Thank you. Brian Mhlanga and Ritumetse Mthembu. Thank you very much for joining us.
Mapaseka.
Guys, let's talk about communication and conflict.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Conflict, I say, is an important part of a relationship and a very necessary part of the relationship. Break it down.
I agree 100% because the thing about conflict is that this is where your needs, your body, your mind, your spirit is telling you that, whoop, there is something I don't know. There's something I don't understand. There's something I need. And it's time for me to learn. It's time for me to adapt. And it's time for me to communicate. And I love your chia because the thing about conflict is it immediately triggers the A.
Yeah.
Without fail. It immediately triggers the A to say, what's going on within me now? What is going on within me? Because now I'm in conflict. And you know how they say when it comes to relationships or any kind of communication, when you hit a level of conflict, it's not by choice, you're going to react.
Yeah.
You will react, and then it's your opportunity to know how do I respond. And that's why I'm looking forward to chapter 4 and chapter 6.
Hello.
Yes. Because I think that's where we'll get proper guidance, because conflict is inevitable.
It's actually, I think it's such an important part of the relationship. But what I also think is important is to be able to say, I don't like what you did. I still love you. Yeah. And be able to understand that that's not questionable. When I say I don't like 1, 2, and 3 that has happened, it does not question the love that I have for you. And that builds security in a relationship. Yeah?
I think it talks to how do we fight fair? How do we fight in a way that is above the belt and not below the belt? But I think we come from a context and we are socialized to be afraid of conflict. Or we then have a conflict style that is just always accommodating. And I think the call for all of us as we find ourselves in relationships and as we grow is to be able to have and strengthen that muscle of having courageous conversations. How can we have a courageous conversation without the other person feeling belittled, insulted, and feeling small? So instead of calling it conflict, then we can actually start calling it a courageous conversation. And I think it's important for any relationship to have courageous conversations.
Sure. So are we moving from conflict?
No, it's about how we frame it, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the frame, because conflict then suggests that we're on opposite sides of the room, right? And as you demonstrated for us, sometimes we've got the common goal, but we're just not seeing it from different, we're just seeing it from different vantage points.
A lot of the times, though, conflict comes because we are saying the same thing, just in different languages. So I arrive and I say what I am saying, ka English ka ya ko Epworth, right? But what you are hearing, ke Sesotho. And when you then answer me in that way, I'm not hearing, because I'm all there and I gotta be saying words. It's in the how, but also the understanding. We could be saying the exact same thing. If you're not paying attention, we'll miss it because of the language.
We listen through filters, remember?
Yeah.
Because that's how we are socialized.
Yes.
So I'm listening through my wounds, I'm listening through my trauma.
You
I'm
know,
listen-
on that, when people say perfume guys, it's a thing. Because you're actually breathing through that wound when things go wrong. Yeah.
So those wounds don't go to bed. And that's why the previous speakers were talking about how it's important to work through those wounds. Because if we don't work through those wounds, then they become a space where we are constricted. And we need to walk and live out of our expansion, right? That side of ourselves that has light and not what we call our shadow self. And so when the wound is in the way, it then impacts on how I'm showing up for others, for myself, and even for the relationship.
But if I don't know that there's a wound even?
Of course, it doesn't mean it's not there. It's there, but I don't acknowledge it and name it.
And here's the thing that everyone needs to go home understanding. We all have wounds.
Absolutely.
Hey, I don't take nonsense. Sure, but
that's
everyone,
a wound.
Exactly.
That in
on
itself.
its own, your manner of communicating, that is a wound. And I love how theorists also say how a lot of your communication is not verbal. You talk. We're trying to understand the same language, but I don't always understand what you're saying because I'm not just looking at what you're saying, but I'm trying to understand your mannerisms. I'm trying to understand your eyes, your lips, the creases, and I'm trying to hear how much lying is here. Look at this person. Why you're trying to be underhanded? And once I feel that way, I'm then triggered to feel like now we're in conflict because you're not meeting me where I feel like you should meet me. And at the end of the day, conflict is inevitable because I am not you and you're not me. We're not the same person.
And we don't want to be each other.
Exactly.
Because if two of us are the same, then one is unnecessary.
Then cut the jaw on herself, and what's the point?
Then one is completely unnecessary. Why kijola? Is there somebody who's got their hand up? Somebody's got them. Okay, hold on. There's a mic. Where's the mic?
It's here.
Oh, there we go. Kumo.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Kumo Modise. Firstly, congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
Yay. So my question is more, I'm going to try and sum it up quickly. So we spoke about awareness and we spoke about self-awareness. And at times we actually think that people understand what being self-aware is. Maybe I don't speak for people in this room, but there's a lot of people out there in relationships who aren't even self-aware, or they might not even have channels to being able to, I don't know, understand themselves better, right? So maybe I'm picking the conversation or my question from that. And I would like to understand when it comes to conflict and communication, during conflict, so I had to write this down, many people use communication styles, right, that they believe are healthy. Like staying too quiet, probably to avoid escalation, or quickly trying to resolve an issue.
And they think that's healthy, staying quiet.
Well, some people will say, I stay quiet because I want to keep the peace.
Okay.
Not necessarily because they don't have anything to add,
hear you.
right?
Okay.
So how is it that we can recognize when these patterns are actually signs of blind spots in our self-awareness rather than effective communication? I hope I'm clear.
Are you hearing that?
Okay.
Yeah, so I think people spoke about blind spots, right? And the problem with blind spots, my sister, is that blind spots, even on the freeway, will cause either an accident for you or for the other person. And sometimes with those blind spots, what happens is they can actually cause an accident that actually destroys that other person. And even in relationships, it's like that. And sometimes it could even be for you, right? You, because of your blind spots, your ego, and all that kind of thing, it will cause a big accident for yourself that you become even undateable or even unrelatable when it comes to this. So it's very important. You're asking about how then that comes into conflict as we manage it, right? Again, how am I showing up? So when we're looking at personal mastery, we're looking at self-knowledge, right? To what extent am I aware of who I am, the impact that I have on other people? Many of us know our dresses. Many of us know the type of foods that we like. But how many of us are really aware of the things that drive us? The drivers, we all have drivers, the things that trigger us. All those things are going to be the things that show up with me when I'm in conflict either with you or with other people. And so if I'm not able to self-regulate, it is going to be a disaster. And so it's not just enough to have the self-awareness, self-knowledge, and be able to read a room. What is also important over and above that is to be able to self-regulate. If you can't self-regulate,
and you know, there's that understanding, the book is there and you know how to read it, but do you understand what's going on? Right. So even you as a person, even you standing on the other side, we can read the same book, have an English teacher here. The English teacher will say, both of you are wrong, both of you are right, right? Because it's all about perspective once again. So how you choose to interpret and how you choose to understand what is going on within you is how you're going to communicate that to the other person. And it's all about how that other person is also going to receive it. And if you aren't able to see, now when I read A, I think of B, C, D, then unfortunately we won't read the same book. We're going to be talking about chapter 1, gonna go chapter 12.
You know the other thing about self-awareness, nobody can do it for you. Absolutely. So when you get into a relationship, in fact, whether you're in a relationship or not, this is work that you need to do for yourself, on yourself, all the time.
But it's not even in relationships alone where we need to have that capability. Even at work. And that's why our spaces of work have become toxic, because we have people who are not aware of the impact that they have on other people.
Yeah. Or some are aware, but they're like, mina ngiso.
And I'm
being true to myself.
And unfortunately, some people introduce themselves that way. Hello, mina ngurutumezi and mina ngithathi 1 2 3 4 5. Angeke ungitshele.
And mina ngizokutshela.
Angeke ungitshele ngoba mina ngiyabamba. Mina ngiyabamba jiki now ke guri.
And then we called to do an assessment on you, and then we say this person is stuck in their growth. This is a 35-year-old who is behaving like a 21-year-old, a rebellious teenager.
So we have a stunted adult.
Exactly, yeah. Stunted growth.
Stunted growth.
And so you could be dating somebody who's 40, however, you're dating a teenager who's still exploring himself, right?
Palisa, are you listening?
Exactly. And where do you expect, right? And I've seen it, I've seen it in my own.
So
I see it even in my practice, where people come with people like fix him or fix her, and you realize that this is a teenager, right?
Sure.
And Abutiha is not there, right?
You know, there's always a no. When we need her.
No.
But understand this: the people that go to therapy
Correct.
Go there because of the people that don't want to go to therapy.
Absolutely.
Those who don't go to therapy are usually the problem.
And that is true because we also tend to see it in children as well. A lot of what we notice in child psychology is to say, "Hore, your kid is the way they are, partly because of you."
Hello.
And you can't run away from that fact. So we do see parents coming, bringing in their kids and trying to medicate them over things they should have taught them about life.
So you're saying I'm doing all right. Okay, great. Great, I got you. There's a few, who's got
Yes,
the mic?
ma'am.
Okay, there we go.
Check 1, 2.
Hello, testing.
It
5
feels
FM
like
into the studio, okay? Guys, I must tell you, those two people over there, those are my babies from 5 FM. Yeah. That's Masego, who used to be with me at Kaya. Oh, man, absolutely love them.
Tovela Auspasi and everyone is in the room. Libitso la ka ke Leshave Mphorampedi, Tau Morita, wa Morobakala, wa Barita wa Bosholo, Setlolo sa Koko Butchilo. The country knows me as Shabzy Medallion. I co-host a hip-hop show on 5 FM, and I technically produce the drive show with Sagos. Feels like I found my tribe. I wish I could work with you guys.
Come, baby.
Welcome. Buy the book.
This space, come.
Yes. But the reality is we don't work with people who introspect. What I found is the more you meet yourself, the more you realize the people in your life, who they really are. And I want to ask you guys, how do you reintroduce yourself to people you can't do life with the same way you used to when you used to be a people pleaser and you're not that anymore?
So how do you introduce yourself to those people?
Yes.
Why are you bothering? I want to understand why it's even a thing.
It's a thing because we have to work together. And the way that we used to work together had a certain kind of rhythm. Now there's a new rhythm that I'm introducing for the sake of my peace, my boundaries, and still doing my job.
Go back to chia.
Yeah.
Choices that you make, honest to yourself. Are you intentional about it? And are you aware of who you are? Yeah? That's where we go, for starters. But you also don't need to be explaining to anybody how you're feeling. You see, the whole thing of wanting an explanation every time, I must come in. No, hey, whoa. This is why we have those boundaries. Remember, those boundaries, it's not a wall. Yes, you have that fence, but there's a gate. And I will always share my boundaries. It's got nothing to do with me explaining myself to you. But the minute you jump it, I'm going to say, hey, careful, that's a boundary. That's a boundary and that's mine. I don't need to tell you why. I don't even need to tell you how. That is a boundary. Don't jump it. It's not optional. I'm not giving you a suggestion. It's a boundary. Yeah?
But there's in teams and the workplace, there's what we call systems thinking, right? And we often talk about how systems work, and in the work that we do, there's what we call systemic psychology, right? And then, so you need to realize that you are not only an individual, you are constantly interacting with the system. Whether it's your running group, you can actually see whether it's a healthy system or unhealthy system. And in that system, each and every individual either contributes to the sanity of the system or to the toxicity of the system. And I would like to challenge you to observe the behavior, because then you'll be able to see what roles do certain people play within a particular system. And from that, you'll be able to take action in terms of how do you interact with people in a system. Because we always talk about the drama, but in the drama, we talk about there is always the enabler, which was spoken about.
Yeah.
There is the victim, but there is also the persecutor. And at some point, all of us are triangulating around those three roles, right? And so we need to know, what role do I take when I find myself in an unhealthy system? Whether it's your workplace or your running group, do you default to your juvenile self, or do you then come up and say, I'm not going to interact with this at some point?
Awareness. Let's
Awareness,
go to
correct.
Hunadi. Oh, sorry. Take Sarah.
AKA Black Star.
Hello. Hello.
Echoing
Kumo.
Yes, Kumo said, I'm very big on avoiding saying certain things, asking certain things, because I'm avoiding conflict. And that is because so in me go tlalelana, I think I'm gonna say the wrong things. Because
Okay.
we are busy now.
Okay, okay.
It starts healthy, back and forth, we're very innocent, and then mo le mo ke feelang gore yaanong, yeah, ke tlalelana, then that's where I keep quiet.
So, question. How has that helped you so far?
It's not, look, and I'm getting there. It's Shem, it's done nothing for me, I must just be honest. But now the thing is, then I'm like, okay, later. I get about if you feel hot and bothered, calm down and then we try address later. But now later, address, but why are you bringing things that we spoke about?
So, Huna, did you understand? When what you're saying is, in that space, you would be the girl to say, something happens and you would pull back?
No, and then, like I'm saying, when it gets heated,
then you pull back.
Then I'm like, wait again, because
Let
I
me
know
leave it.
okay, go jump a lane that I don't want to cross.
For the peace.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because
So, what does that say about you being able to control you? Because you can't control the next person. But what does it say about you controlling you?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
You're born?
Yeah,
And
well.
I think here's the thing about conflict also, ne? Naturally, we are all risk averse as people. And I just splash it to everyone in the front. Even though you know it's not going to get to you, you're going to blink. Instinctively, that's what's going to happen. And sometimes that's what we see conflict as. We're like, yeah, and sometimes that's not the case. And what you then understanding about is that when you don't allow yourself to engage, you don't learn the necessary skills to know how to do it better. Because at the end of the day, you need to figure out how to say, this is too much.
But also, and you leave it there. You know, there's always,
thank you.
No is a full sentence, guys. It's complete. I really don't have to be saying, I don't want, because I get it right now when you said last week, end. No. And you leave it at that. You know that it hasn't helped you, so maybe now, awareness for you, go back as you read the book, start looking at your triggers and your wounds. What has led you to that point? Was it the fact that maybe you would experience when people are fighting like that, how heavy it would get and you didn't like it? Maybe you saw it happen. Maybe you know this is what happens. But the awareness for you is to say, okay, so this is what scares me. And this is where my blind spot is, but also this is where my triggers lie. And how do I fix it? One thought. All right, let's move. Who's got the mic? Bushle, where are you with the mic? Is there anybody with the mic this side?
As the mic comes, just to add on to that, guys, remember you don't need permission to figure out who you are. So in the aim of trying to know who I am and how to present myself and how to resolve conflict in an amicable way, you learn by doing. And as you are doing, other people then adapt to that as they go. You don't need to actually say, I want to get my point across because understanding. No, let it be known and then you'll find a solution as you go.
In fact, interestingly, you'll find that as you're thinking, well, maybe when I fight, it might be a bit too much. The other person is also thinking, well, I know she's going to give in, so let me just push some more.
Okay, sorry. I hope it's not coming too strong. Because my voice is a bit strong. Mama Mokwele, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
The colors the book how di tshwana le wena.
That's right.
Yeah.
Buka ya ka ke yellow bone.
Oh monate. Thank you so much. Ke khopela o dira just a little contribution. Ke bone wena le Mokwele le performer a little industrial theater more sketching with the issue, and the issue was the bottle of water.
And now I'm drinking it.
Yeah. And that issue that issue on its own. I think that issue was saying, Naluena, as a man and a woman, we can have this relationship, but outside that relationship, there's an issue, it creeps in and goes out. Naluena re faisana, and then we end up pushing one another, but that issue is still over there. We're not dealing with it. And that becomes a problem as far as I'm concerned.
Of course.
So, if you can allow me, that lady who was saying,
Sarah.
Yeah, she says, Sarah, the method of avoidance is very important, but you have to find yourself without compromising your dignity. When you're dealing with any person that you're dealing with and they don't respect you, learn to walk away.
Yebo.
Because that is going to kill you. One day, if it doesn't kill you, you're going to turn around, and that same person who hates you, you're going to turn around and kill them.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with your anger. So out of the topic that you guys are handling over here, please don't walk away from emphasizing the importance of walking away from any situation that is toxic.
Choppity chop, chop, chop.
Chop, chop, chop.
Choppity chop, chop, chop.
Or if you tell yourself that between when and everybody else, you have to be the first person that comes first. Can I question A1? What are the elements? I don't usually talk in front of people, so there's a little bit of emotions in my voice.
And you say this 5 minutes later.
The elements of that cousin who always come to you asking for money for the first time, and you give them the amount of money. They come for the second time, you give them money. The third time, you're no more giving them money. It's your duty. So why would you then live your life satisfying other people that do not care or give a damn who you are?
Thank you. And
Look after yourself. It's as simple as that. Don't compromise.
I love that. We're going to leave it there for now. But you know what I also find very interesting? The people that you give money to, when you tell them that you don't have money anymore, they come to you and tell you, how's the budget away? The very people,
and we've had this conversation on the show, right?
Oh, yes.
Around people being entitled to people's success,
Yeah.
people's money. Urekela izinja zakhe ukudla, mara akasithumele imali thina ekhaya.
Wena uhola 10,000 uhlala uyi-1 thina siyi-5 endlini wena ungathathi 2,000 unike thina.
Correct, correct.
Guys, I'm going to have to leave it there with you guys, but thank you very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Ritmet Mtembu and Brian Mhlanga, thank you very much for joining us. As Brian walks down the stage, I must tell you, I met Brian Koskolong. We did our masters together. So, yeah.
I copied the assignments.
I wasn't going to say that.
I can believe that.
All right, thanks.
All right, and we move on to our last segment. Let me welcome Coach Kathy and Bongani Luvalo. Please join us. Coach Kathy is a life coach. She's a neuro-linguistic practitioner. Bongani Luvalo, guys, I must say it right. Bongani Luvalo, Sir Bongani Ka Luvalo, is an award-winning author and soon to be #2 bestseller again. Manang, hey, it's a lot here. It's a lot. Oh, Begui husband, you can't. But hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, for joining us. It's lovely to have you guys with us. Commitment and choice. Fourth pillar. Is commitment a choice, or do you have a choice to not have a commitment?
Both.
Okay, tell me more.
Yeah. Like I always say, different strokes for different folks. Whether you commit, whether you don't commit, at the end of the day, it's a choice.
Right.
So when you go into a relationship and you decide that you're just going to be passive and just relax, it's a choice that you make. But if you're going to participate and say, I want to see this relationship going somewhere else, and I want to see a different person and work on myself, then it's a choice on its own. So whether you commit, whether you don't commit, you still make a choice. Not making a choice is still a choice.
Bones?
Yeah. But gonna le Porsche.
Hi, man.
Le Stelo.
Neto.
They are celebrating 21. Why are
They're celebrating
They're
21 years
celebrating
married.
21 years of marriage.
Hello! Woo!
Happy anniversary to them.
Congratulations, guys. That's amazing.
So they made a choice
To stay in the relationship.
to be together.
Yeah.
And for 21 years, they decided to commit
Yeah.
to that choice. So all of us have got, we live with choices. Choice to eat, choice to stand up, choice to love, not to love. But can you commit to that choice? Whether it's good or bad, whether there are circumstances favoring and not favoring, are you committed to the choice that you have made?
Can I change my mind after committing to a choice?
Choices, a choice you can wake up to. Today I can be a vegetarian. Tomorrow morning, I decide, no, I want bacon. You know? So I've decided not to commit to me being a vegetarian tonight. So you can. Choices, you can wake up and change your choice. I love blue today. Tomorrow I'm like, I'm committing to red.
All right, Bongani, yes, you can decide. Remember, commitment, you decide on what you commit yourself to, whether being it a relationship, whether being it with your life, whether being it with the choices that you make. Because I can wake up today and say, you know what, I'm committing myself to be this amazing mother or this amazing friend. And then you irritate me like Ndata Chill, and I feel like, no, man, you're not worth it. So I walk away from that commitment that I made with you. So meaning that whenever you commit, it must be something to say, you spoke about self-awareness. Is this thing benefiting me? Or is this commitment that I'm making somebody a favor for being in this relationship? Or am I just committed because I want to be in a relationship? Because if we were to ask most people today, the relationships that they're sitting there, they're sitting because the family, what would they think? I committed. I stood before everyone else for better, for worse. So a commitment was made, but this relationship is not saving me anymore.
BBS, Battle Ring Syndrome. We've got some callers. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Introspection. Firstly, I just want to concur with the previous speakers to say conflict sometimes is based on language. I'm South African, my husband is Swazi from Swaziland. And sometimes we'll fight, but we're saying the same thing, but we just don't get each other because it's from the different cultures, different languages. And my question is on the element of growth that was spoken about earlier on tonight, that you owe each other growth.
Yeah.
I recently spoke to my husband about a dream that I had, you know, what I wanted to do about my life. And I think he gave me a general response, but it was very hurtful. You know, when he says to me, it's too late. And I know, and it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't coming from, you know, wanting to hurt me, but I think it wasn't also coming from that part to say we owe each other growth. You know, we need to be, in as much as we are together, we need to grow together in our individual dreams. So my question is, how do I help my husband, you know, understand that, you know, we are in this for the long haul, and, you know, we need to grow together in our different dreams? Or how do I, like, bring it in or make him see, you know, I don't know how to phrase that, but I feel like we're gonna be on this for a long time, and I don't want it to bring conflict or to bring a sour environment in our relationship.
Question. Have you stopped to look at what his fear is to your growth?
No. No, I've avoided looking at it in that way, that
How
lens.
has that worked out for you? Not, ne?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And I'm not the husband. Eh?
There we go.
I'm just sitting next to him. Please.
or I swear, na husband.
Oh, no.
What?
Thank you.
My major, has a husband. I'm not the husband. All right, let's take a quick break. Guys, as we realize, Hore, has a husband, let's take a break. We'll be back. So I must tell you,
I'm very short. But what I've come to learn is that self-awareness means I break Sophia down. Sophia is the physical. Sophia is physical. Sophia is spiritual. Sophia is mental. And Sophia is emotional, which speaks to emotional safety. I will never understand emotional safety unless I understand all the versions of my emotions. The angry me, the sad me, the disappointed me. Because before that safety can be created, I need to understand when the angry me rises up, how does she react? And what would safety for her look like? But would she still be in that moment of her anger and how she's aware that she reacts like this? Safety is not just about her, but about the other person. Will she be willing to find a middle ground, which then goes to conflict? Unless you know all these versions of yourself, you never know which element of you, which aspect of you is in conflict. Is it the financial aspect of you? Is it the physical you? Is it the angry you? Unless you know that, you don't know how to communicate, you don't know how to manage conflict, you don't know what emotional safety is, and the relationship is doomed.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Powerhouse there. Sophia runs the full-on service, just by the way. If you're writing a book, she's the girl. Full-on service. She'll be the one. All right, let's go.
Hello.
Dimpo? Fat cats in the house. Fat cats, dumela. Yeah, okay.
Evening, everybody, and thank you, Mapaseka. So I think my question is very straightforward. I think in your book, I think in chapter 3, you speak about understanding each other's love language, right, and needs. And so my question is, if me and my partner don't understand each other's love language, not that we intentionally don't want to understand it, but because there is trauma there, right? Let me just give an example. Maybe I love receiving gifts, and he would want to do that, but because of the past trauma, maybe he was dating a slave queen, and he ended up buying all these things, and because of that,
she still left.
yes, and because of that, when he associates giving gifts to me, he associated with that past of his life and dating a slave queen. So my question is that, how do we now mend that love, right? Do we say it's over because we cannot show each other our love language? Do we say it's over? How do we now mend that love? And it's not related to my current relationship.
Okay.
I just want to say that.
I wasn't going to say anything, but okay.
It's not related to my current relationship. I'm just asking a question in terms of how do we now mend that when...
The one thing about love languages, Dimpo, that's very, very important. And I'm not going to go deeply in it because I want us to also wrap up. Maybe we can... Actually, maybe let's do this. If you guys don't mind, can I please ask that we ask Tony to come on stage and to just thank our listeners as well who are listening and just wrap that up for us, and then we can just finish it quickly with you, Dimpo. Can we do that? All right. Tony? Tony is... he looks surprised. Tony's our boss, guys. He's the business manager at Radio 2000. He's the guy that told me, without even anything else, he said to me, you are coming back on radio, and you will be here. When I told him about the book, he jumped on it, and I'm so grateful. I said to him, Tony, I've written a book, and he said, we are doing something about it, and here we are today. Thank you, Tony.
Only a pleasure. Very good evening to everyone who's here. Before I start, would like to present you with a gift from friends and family. They've put together something for you. I'm going to ask Lindy and the team to come through and to congratulate you. Let's stand up and give applause, everybody. Come on, great. I think we're probably going to cut off air, which is okay. We'll just carry on over here. Please be seated. As mentioned, my name is Tony Soglo. I am... Okay, sorry. All right. Excuse... As Maps was saying, I think around 2022, I gave her a call. She didn't know me, I didn't know her, I knew of her. And we were sort of re-strategizing Radio 2000. And I was putting together a lifestyle wholeness show, wellness show. And there was only one person I wanted to do that show, and that was Mapaseka. So I got her number, I sent her a text. Funny enough, when you told me about the book, I went to check the first text I sent you in 2022. It said, hi, Ms. Mokwele, you don't know who I am. My name is Tony. I'd like to set up a meeting with you, to have a conversation with you. She says, who? Hey, I'm like, yeah, no, that's it's going to be a tough one. But so be it. She was working at WITS at that time. So I went to WITS, had the first meeting with her. Very, very tough nut to crack. Second meeting we had. Third meeting, she's like, can you afford me? You did. Please, can you afford me? Joke. Then she's like, I'm going to speak to Mokwele. I'm thinking, Mokwele? Who's Mokwele? Who is Mokwele? T-Boss, by the way, that's T-Boss. She calls T-Boss Mokwele, which I got to learn later on. That's how she refers to T-Boss as. And 3-4 meetings later, I said to her, listen, people want you back on radio. I want you back on radio. Please come and share your thoughts, your love, your warmness with the whole of the country. And what did I say? You're doing national service, right? Because it's not like I'm going to be paying a lot of money for it. So what you're doing is national service. She went back, thought about it, came back, and she said, you know what? I'm going to come and do it. And 3 odd years later, so glad to see where she has been and what she's gone through and how she's able to sort of get through to it right now. So without much ado, please allow me to say thank you to the team that have put this together. I want to start off with the on-air team. I think the first guys who were able to put the first team, Dosh, Fang, where's Dosh? She's here somewhere. Fang, who were the first team, and then Kuleloko now, who's now in studio doing production. The management of Radio 2000, the program manager, Kaya, I know where Kaya is. Oh, there she is over there. Please come down, guys, as I call you. Kaya, come down quick. She's our program manager. Then Randy's based in Cape Town. And the marketing team who have been so great. Yesterday we were Northwest because we're planning for our family day, which is going to be happening on the 28th of March, by the way. For those who were there last year, you know it was a blast. It's going to be a bigger blast. Shameless plug, excuse me. I know it's your day, but we'll just throw in the family day in there. And they said to me, Tony, we have to rush back to the studio because we've got to prepare for today. So the team never, ever, ever sleeps. So Daddy, please come down. Lesedi, Mandla, Lou. Guys, please come quickly, so we can all acknowledge you and say thank you to very, very much. Where's Lesedi? There's Lesedi over there. Then I want to call Lindy as well. Lindy, who's our administrator at the station, who came through the flowers. Thank you, guys. So this is the team, by the way, that works so very hard. Is Kumo around as well? Is Kumo here, the face of Youth Endal? He's not here. All right. Ulel. Anyone else I'm forgetting? So please, this is the team behind everything at 2000. We're very, very much proud. And they're also very much proud of you for what you've achieved. Thank you so very much, guys. I'd like to thank also the friends and family of Ms. Mapaseka for allowing us for the time that she spends with us at the station. Mr. Mokwele, you, as we know, is the best tea in the town, right? There's no other tea. So there's a couple of Kylas here too, right? I always joke with her and I say, very soon, I'm going to get the whole family to present a show. So very soon I'm coming for you, T-Boss. So like, I might have to go to the World Bank and rob the whole bank, but I'm going to do that. And you're going to be on 2000 very soon. Wouldn't you guys like that? Have them both on the show, right? I'm going to need you to send a petition. That's going to where we're going to start. We're going to start doing that. So to the family, to your kids, people don't even know this. Sometimes T-Boss drives her to the studio, waits for her to do a show, and takes it back home. That is how much what is in this book is extremely true. You guys might not know that. So thanks a lot for what you do, brother. To you guys who are here today, thank you so very much for your time. You know, time is a very expensive commodity nowadays. So being here this evening, knowing that it's just Panangomso, is great for us as Radio 2000. Thank you for being here. To our listeners on air, to those who are streaming us as well live, thank you very much for being with us. And yeah, let's enjoy this evening again. Congratulations one more time.
Thank you so much, guys. It's beautiful to work with people that see you. I really feel seen. So thank you. Thank you very, very much. Before I thank everybody else, because I've got so many people to thank, before we get there, I promised that we'd go back to Dimpo's question that she asked. Love languages. See, the one thing about love languages is that we think we must live in a box and that's all you are. So if your love language is acts of service, that's all there is to it. Not necessarily. We evolve, we grow, and they change, and they should. Okay? That's one. Two, it is not your responsibility to help your partner with their wounds. He must deal with his wounds. Yeah. But he must deal with your partner. So I'm saying that to say, yeah, because he says his past, I'm not your past. And you're not going to compare me to your past. And I will never be your past. And that can never change anyway. If we are to change this relationship, we are going forward. You have a choice to come with me or step back, and I will go alone. So that's also something that's doable. Okay. Sure, there's so much to say, but I think we need to wrap it up. Oh, there's a comment that said, okay, before I wrap it up.
Hello, Chani.
Hello.
Ngisima so ukuthi nikwazi ukungibona nonke ne ningangizumi njengabanye. Lami bizo ngincubile ngokamasuku hlala eTofantin D eManaleni kwaNdebele. Nanginjekazi ngimthengisi ngithengisa endleleni ku R573 Moroto Road ngijama hlangana nendlela ngithengisela abantu.
So, go level hela timing ya buka ya ga. I think gore ke letse fo, gore ke tseka show them. So, o ka tiro ya gago entle.
Oh, sebo.
Buka ya hao e nnile le timing. E tla le sebetsa. Re lebogile tota. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's African Goddess next one. That's do there, my dear friends. Guys, I'd like to say thank you. Bongani and Coach Kathy, thank you very much. Let me let you guys go first. No, let me let you guys go first and not keep you here. I'm hugging. I just want to say thank you. So, when I first thought of writing a book, one, I never thought I'd be able to. I didn't think I had the attention span of somebody who can sit down and write a book. But it's done. It could not have been done without your help, without your love, without your sharing of your stories with me and everything else that we go through. My big thank yous go to my listeners. I am nothing without you. You guys are absolutely amazing. When we sit on the mic, I sometimes panic. What if we were you? And then the phone starts, and I realize, oh, okay, so I'm not talking to myself. That's such a big thing for me. Thank you. I want to say thank you to Sophia. Sophia, you played a huge role in my book. I'm ever grateful for you. Thank you. My childhood friends, Nomvula le Karabo, they're here. Guys, I say thank you to them because if there's people bam lifing, yeah, chum, yeah, you can do it, chum. Mamel, Wabana sitting with these two ladies, I can buy the world. Because of these people. So a big thank you. The contributors on the show, we don't have a show without you. Thank you for all of you, for making time to be here today and for all that you do. An extra thank you to Bongani as a contributor, but also as a brother. Thank you for the work that you were doing with me throughout the book. My mommy. Thank you, mommy. For the love, for everything. Thank you. Utoraga Vincent. Yeah, Utoraga Vincent. Those who know her, Utoraga Vincent. Vincent is my dad, and I know he's here with me tonight. We lost him some 14 years ago, 14 years, 15 years. But I know that he is always with me, always. Fat Cats family, your support. Guys, thank you. My family sitting here in front. Rahadi is an extra sister in Mohon. And then my little niece there, Binono. Love you, Bino. Mzal, Nyabo. I've got sisters that have come into my life. Uzanele Nombali. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. I've got another baby that's sitting right in the middle of them here, Uli said. I'm not going to tell you much more, but Uli said. Thank you, my baby. To my Lerato Ndoro is sitting up there. Lerato's been going through the book with me from day one. I appreciate you. Thank you. My babies. All of you, where are they? The big ones, the two small ones are there. Please come. Can my babies all come on stage? Tabosa's not here. Tabosa's not here, but he's got a gig, guys. Tabosa ki Timo, okay? So he's got a gig. So he's not here with us. I tell you, when I say I am loved, these people show me every day what love is. Thank you. To this man that makes it all possible. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me. For the driving every day, bringing me to work and back. Guys, I struggled to drive to the SABC because I was held at gunpoint a few months ago on my way to work. And it's been the biggest struggle of my life. I think I drove myself for the first time today. No? Yeah. Yesterday, Tuesday. For the first time. I got home with the biggest headache. But I'm just so full in my heart. Thank you for making it possible. Thank you for sharing us with everybody. And thank you for being so beautiful about it. I love you guys. Thank you. If you've taken pictures of the babies, please can I ask that we don't post the little babies? Please. They are not on social media, and it's by choice. Lehopola choice. They've made a choice. And then there's Literacy for Life. I love you guys, and I respect the work that you do. Thank you very much. My cousins are here. I see Tepiso is here. Thank you. Wesi's here as well. Thank you. Guys, I love you, and I appreciate every moment that you take to listen to my show in the evening when I know that you could be sitting down and doing other things. I can't forget those. Barutzvalitre, Caesar, Homozo, and Mpo. Guys, you. But anyway, my chums. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. Radio 2000, Ntosh? Thank you, Ntoshi. Ntosh said to me last year, Hi, Pasi, write a book now. You, unini slindile. Hi, write a book. It's done. Thank you. Thank you. Umpile, you're special in my life. Thank you. Tony, thank you for bringing me to this space. It was so hard, but well worth it. Thank you for making it all possible. Hey, and to myself, guys, thank you to self. Yo. Nekilora intimate you. I'd wake up at 2 o'clock and think, hold on, what did I write in that chapter? Wait, and go back. And then I'd come back and try and sleep. And in the morning, first thing, they find me in front of the laptop. There I am, writing and all. So, thank you, Pasi. Wait, high five to me. Thank you, guys. Bushle, thank you very much for being here, for making it special, guys. I love you all. Please remember, the book is for sale. Balisa, go to your station. Is the station coming to us? The station is coming to us. So if you want to buy a book, you can come this way, and I'm happy to sign them as we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you.